Myself in. Yo, good evening, guys. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. What is good in the hood? I'm absolutely delighted. I hope they are still here. They were slightly early. Hussein Juma, the one and only, and of course, my brother from another mother, Hazza Kanu, Hazza K, Hazza the man. What is good, boys? Please let me know that you are still here. Hussein, you wasn't actually here last night. We had a wicked debate, mate. Do yourself a favor, honestly. Bet my favorite stream in a long time was last night. What else? Yeah, it was lit. It was basically like there was like 6 of us all really mad in the comments. No haters at all, none of the Buenduzis, and it was just straight debate time. Was it right to give a full Will Walker 100 grand a week? Was it right to pay this person that much? What happened with Aubameyang? Was it right? Was it wrong? So Hazza, Hussein, please give me a sign, give me a signal to let me know if you are still with me, lads. Let me get this on Twitter. Let me get this on Twitter. Excuse me, real quick. Let me get this on Twitter. The Acres, the man is in. The man is in the building. What's going on? Hussein Juma, we'll check it out tomorrow. Bruvs, honestly, it was on fire. It was like me. I'm not going to say against each other's in teams, but it was like Hazza, Lee Akers, and Paul Robinson. And they were disagreeing and saying Uber should have been around and it wasn't Arteta's fault. I was like, oh, they sort of said as well. I was like, no, it was all Arteta's fault. What happened if Aubameyang probably played him on the left wing, etc. And there was me, Cam and Lung Burkamp fighting Team Danny. But it wasn't as in, no, there was no arguing. Just, yeah, it was fucking lit though. Like, it was on fire, innit? It was an absolute fire. And shouts out to all the real ones. I'm just going to put this on the group, sorry, real ones. Let's try and convince the Humies of the world to get in. Absolutely perfect. Fuck it. If they come, they come. Right. My brother Hazza, yella. We'll check it out tomorrow. It really was good debate. Honestly, it really was. People like Hussein Juma. Honestly, go get yourself a check on that one because it was lit. Please get a like on the video. Couldn't believe there was like only 5, but I don't know. YouTube probably took them down because it was only 11 apparently halfway through the stream. Now, I don't need to roll a zoot, everybody, because I've got no zoot rolls and that's just not allowed on Danny AFC TV. But yeah, I want to debate things further looking on to players like Theo Walcott. So would you have let him go on a free transfer? The Ozil money, the 350 grand. On hindsight, I'm sure most people are going to agree. So this one isn't going to go that much down as a great debate. But would you have honestly stood there and said that day, right, Ozil, you can leave for free, you can leave right now. Alexis Sanchez, you're now getting 350 grand a week. Clearly, I think we can say we should have given the 350 grand to Sanchez. Moving on to players a little bit more recent now. When we're looking at Pepe, does Pepe get offered more whopping money because he's got 2 years on his deal at the end of the season? Or are we going to get mugged off, lose him for nothing? So we're going to try and get into something like that per se, a little sort of debate, not debate as much, but your opinion, my opinion, and hopefully it runs into a debate. Shouts out to Lee Akers. I'm absolutely delighted to say I got the ticket for Wolverhampton gone, his spare ticket, that's gone. Shouts out to WB that snapped it up, even though he is a total dickhead when it comes to negotiating. Literally, like this boy should support Tottenham. Literally, he's like Daniel Levy's little son. WB, like on fucking unbelievable. Shouts out to Easy that more than hooked up WB as well today. Someone send me a Facebook link. I was about fuck your Facebook link. So sorry, people. 2 seconds. Just gonna get this on the old what's did he dappity do. I walked in 1 minute ago, guys. Absolute disgrace. Haven't got a zoot rolled. Absolute fucked up. Right. Oh my God, where's everyone gone? Linda's jumped into the place. Right, guys. Who wants to start off the debate tonight? Lee Akers, you're a bit of a G on the channel. Ain't like you're new or anything. What's pissed you off recent times, mostly of Arsenal, that you'd like to get into a debate about? Is it stalling going for a player? Whether it's like, all right, we know probably the Dusan Vlahovic, whatever we want to make of that now. But Encante. We could have got Encante before he went to, pretty much Leicester and Chelsea. Apparently, we flopped both times. When he went to Leicester for like the big amount of like 6.9 million, we stalled them. Then when he made the 32 million pound move to Chelsea, he was pretty open to coming to the Gunners. So I heard it as well. And with agent fees and whatever, we didn't like it. And somehow Wenger possessed himself, and someone possessed Wenger to go and spend 34 million on Granit the Great Xhaka. Obviously, again today, we must look at the Wolverhampton game coming up. Thursday night, obviously, I will be there. Shout out to WB. Massive shout out to the Yakers, the guy that just seems to always make it happen because he is a real G. I can hear my nose just dribbling, so I'm going to get the tissue ready. You see the work out there? I like that. Shout out to Nene, who probably ain't on the stream. God knows what the girl's up to this evening. Right, guys, who's taking lead role? Who's captain tonight? Seriously, there was me, there was Cam. Where is Cam? Let's get Cam involved on this. Sorry, straight back to Twitter. Wait, get here. Hopefully Paul Robertson joins the stream. That's Hazard's newfound pal. What pissed me off about Arsenal in recent years? Good question. I know it's going to be a lot, mate. You could go from merchandise. You could go from the way that they treat the fans, keeping everything from us, where certain clubs are, or maybe managers, hashtag, are slightly more honest on what's going to happen, whether it's a bitch way like Conte. I haven't got the money to buy. January is the difficult. We're weaker now. But, yeah, we can get to a top four debate. Is it Arsenal, West Ham, Man U, and still Totti? Do you think Wolves? If Wolves was to come and turn us over on Thursday, Wolves could say they're in for a top four shout. So we've got to try and put that to bed on Thursday. For me, we need to beat Wolves and try and slip them away from the top four, fucking hustle and bustle. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. The man I just said as well. Let's get this debate rolling. I'm fucking going to sleep now. I wish you guys. I'll see you in 7 minutes. Please get a like on the video. Cam, as I'm saying, what is the topic of the debate tonight? The inability to buy players, knowing that we should sign a central midfielder but not getting it, dilly-dally and having faith again with too many players like Lacazette and Nketiah. Let's go. Wolverhampton on Thursday, guys. Team news again, like we pretty much know how it's going to be. Do you know what I mean? Provided everyone's fit, Big Tom, etc. Do you know what I mean? Does anyone see Pepe having a shout pretty much between now and the end of the season? Like, if this guy plays pretty much limited football between now and the end of the season, I don't know where his career is going, honestly, because he'll have 2 years left at the end of the season. He would have been here 3 years. If he still ain't number one choice after 3 years, what makes the last 2 years be amazing? What makes Arsenal want to throw a new deal at him? And who's going to give us money to basically, yeah. But as I say, we've got this inability to sell players as well, which massively pisses me off about the club. If it comes to trying to sell Pepe in the summer, what are we going to recruit? Not even half? 35? Best? Tops? 25? No need to go into a Aubameyang hat-trick again yesterday. Gets thrown at the club. Xhaka tells us to fuck off, flirts with Roma all summer, and we keep picking him. Yes, massively. Brilliant. Man of the match start from Liakers tonight. He's going straight in for the kill, and he's going straight in for the man of the match, and that's the kind of fucking attitude I love. Because there you go. Again, people say, allow it, stop talking about Guendouzi. Guendouzi is gone, and yes, we all have to accept that Guendouzi is gone, and whatever. Obviously, we pray, and I pray that Saliba does come back. What, you not really in that, Cam? Sorry. What, you're not really? I hope it ain't at Lee Akers, because I think Lee Akers is bang on right. It was one mistake at Brighton, and I don't even believe it was a mistake, really and truly. I believe you should back your player. The goalkeeper was on the floor, and it was only him and Leno skitzing out. Even Leno, when he was on the stretcher coming off at Brighton, it was only him. And apparently, as legend has it, he only told Morpie, I earn more money than you. Well, shit, with all the things going on in the world, free Palestine and everything, do you know what I mean? How bad is I earn money? I earn more money than you. A touch ignorant, perhaps? I don't think he would deserve to lose his Arsenal career over it. And as Lee said, Granit Xhaka told all the fans, you're all the blowjobs. You are all the blowjobs. Why is people doing this now? No, what is he not really? Oh, Pepe playing, so you can't see it. So then, what is the ideal situation? Fantastic. I'm delighted to see Han Yumi's here. We've got another person if we can get this debate running. If someone try and get Hazard in, because he was here at the start, and I'd love Paul Robinson to get in as well. Guendouzi was kicked out. He was Emery signing. Well, yeah, and I believe that with Saliba, but then Leno did stay. I know it hasn't ended brilliant with Leno. Do you know what I mean? And it makes you wonder why then all Wenger signings could stay, like Granit, like Aubameyang. What was it with Emre signings he didn't like? Do you know what I mean? Because Socrates was banished immediately. You're right with that. Who else is signed by Emre? Dadeya didn't really fucking fuck about with Torreira much, did he? But brilliant start by Lee Akers. And Yumi, good evening. And yes, here's the man Hazard. So let's go into this. Okay, so we're going to talk about a little bit Arsenal Wolves. I want to talk about Arteta's man management. Again, I know we're stretching a touch back to last night, but is the man management on Guendouzi? Like, did Guendouzi do anything worse than Granit Xhaka to lose his whole Arsenal career? Is it something as simple as he was a Emre signing? I'd like Hazard's opinion on this. Remember, me and Hazard totally disagree. He'll tell you William Saliba is coming home in the summer. I guarantee you we'll probably buy another right back, and Big Tom will be the guy fighting with Benjamin White for the other right-footed, central defensive position. Because I don't believe for any minute of any imagination it'll be William Saliba. He's already been linked with permanent deals with Marseille. He's been linked with Real Madrid. And yeah, there's other Premier League teams watching this situation. Newcastle, to name one. West Ham, to name another one. Maybe they could be having a problem with Kurt Zouma come the end of the season. No, forgive. That was what mistake? He backed Leno, and I didn't see anyone else coming to his aid. Yeah, because a lot of the team are a little bit all nice, and you know what I mean? They didn't want to get involved. Like, if that was going back to Patrick Vieira, and I know we're going back a few years, but I'm not saying no one's 12 on this stream, Patrick Vieira would have run over to Maupay, lamped him, slapped him, got a 7-match ban because he injured his goalkeeper. And Maupay kind of pulled at Leno's shirt in a suggestive way that he could have been play acting. Well, Leno, as we all know, didn't play for the fucking rest of the season, so he clearly wasn't fucking play acting. So I still don't understand what Guendouzi done there. Like, did Xhaka give us a public apology when he threw the armband on the floor and told the fans publicly and right in their faces, fuck you, Lee Akers, you go every week and you put your hard-earned money on the table, fuck you, Danny AFC TV, fuck you, Hank Yumi, whatever. Do you get the point? That is not worse than what Guendouzi did for me. So again, man management, again from this Arteta, because I know a lot of people are saying, Daniel, you're still aiming at him, Babs. Again, man management, piss poor. Saliba will not come back. I know it's going to be hard to prove, but we shall see in the summer. Saliba won't be back. I will be proved right with this. Remember, as like Pepe, do you know what I mean? Because they were both signed at the same time. They had 5 years on their contract. They both got 2 years on their deals at the end of the summer. Hazard is in, thank God. What's the debate, bro? Right, we're going to look at a few things. We will talk Arsenal Wolves. That's clearly not the debate. But Arteta's management skills. Did Guendouzi do more than Xhaka to lose his Arsenal career? But Xhaka could still flirt around in the Arsenal team and possibly, obviously, flirt around if he moves to Roma, want him to go Roma, and then could probably still be our captain, who knows, at the end of the season, even before this season's out. I want to know as well, this is not so much the debate, in the summer, if we was to get the elusive top 4 place and we did finish in the Champions League, will Arteta be backed properly? Again, management skills. How many people want to play for this guy? Like, imagine if you're young and you're French and you're upcoming. Say we went for Edouard Camavinga, who before he went Real Madrid. Say he got on the phone to Saliba and Guendouzi. And I really hope you answer this honestly, Hazard. And I'm sure you will. And I'm sure you will, Hank Yumi and Lee Akers also. And Edouard Camavinga is a 17, 18-year-old fucking France midfielder. He's played for the fucking France first team before he was 18. He's scored a goal for them. He's looking all right. He's done all right at Real Madrid so far, especially the first few games. So anyway, getting back to it, the next William Saliba, the next Guendouzi is coming through at Lille or fucking Rennes or fucking wherever, and they phone up Saliba and Guendouzi and like, yo, what do you make of Arsenal? What do you think Guendouzi's going to say? And if Saliba ain't back in the summer, when he finally does leave the club and it's no longer a loan and it's signed and it's permanent, you know William Saliba's going to have a lot to say about Arteta and his man management and how he never gave him a chance. And he will be as ignorant to say, I was better than Holding, I was better than Mari, and I believe I was as good as Ben White, but they spent 50 million on Ben White. But this will all come out after the summer, guys. I promise you. So, man management skills of Arteta. He wanted Mari so bad. Yeah? He had him on loan. He had the whole opportunity, like Odegaard, and then he went and spent 34 for Odegaard, but it's not about Odegaard. With Mari, he got him on loan. In fact, if we played him a certain amount of games, yeah, it triggered we had to buy obligation, blah, blah, blah. We went through it all. Now we don't even get a fee for him. He's on loan at Udinese. Is that because Pablo Mari isn't good enough, or was Pablo Mari a little bit rude as well? Let's answer that one. Why was Pablo Mari? He had to be brought into this club. He had to come in on the foreign quota over Saliba. Do you know what I mean? Omar Rekik. Not that I give a fuck about him, because that would piss me off if he played over Saliba. Because he come from German football, like a worse level even than fucking William Saliba. What's he doing bouncing around? Is he ever going to make his debut? Is he going out on loan? Like, is he just a non-entity? Was it there to make up the numbers? Was it there to piss me off? Who's fucking Trusty the Clown? With no disrespect to this guy coming from America, and probably the goalkeeper, Mike or Mark Turner in the summer. Who the fuck are these guys? That isn't marking a lot for me in the summer. I know they probably could go out on loans, but the goalkeeper's not really young. He's about 25, 26, 27. He's probably coming with the vivid hope of, I'm going to fucking challenge this Ramsdale in goal, which obviously we know he's American. It's not happening. Sorry, America. I didn't mean that to be ignorant. Yeah, or someone with bollocks. Do you know what I mean? And even if he thought it was wrong of him to make such a big deal of it, could have just took him aside. He's young. Do you know what I mean? He played 49 Premier League games in a row under Emre. He had a decent amount of Premier League experience under Arsenal. He wasn't getting worse with the games that were going on. When he was running around a little bit at the start on the Emre of his hair and looking like a headless chicken. Always high energy, but just running around like a bit of a headless chicken. He was beginning to find his feet in the Premier League. At the end of the day, he come from the equivalent of Leyton Orient in France. Lorient, you know? For me, like, you have to give him his props, man. He done really well. Are you 100% on that? Didn't he come in the season after Emery, bruvs? Shit. Factory, no. Interesting. I'd suggest that two of Arteta. Hold on. I'd suggest that the two of Arteta and Guendouzi had a personal man-to-man falling out, which both on one side maybe didn't want to repair. I don't think it's anything to do with whose signing it was. Okay, and Guendouzi wasn't the one that wanted to leave the club, bruvs. He played 49 games in a row. He loved Arsenal. He loved playing against Tottenham, sticking his fingers up on the way home. I don't know. I'm not saying he's the best midfielder in the world and blah, 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 but for me, it's happened with Saliba. For me, he hasn't trusted Patino as much as he probably should have, especially in the early rounds of the League Cup. You know what I mean? We're never going to know how good these players are. Balogun, you know what I mean? He hasn't madly getting minutes at Middlesbrough. We've got to fucking make it when these guys are going on loan. They've got to play or send them to a lower level or find the club for them. Do you know? I heard something similar to that, and brilliant for coming into that. But he never liked Socrates. I would never have seen that as a deal breaker. But I did hear that he went in hard on a tackle. I can't remember the play, and it might have been Socrates, come to think of it. But Socrates soon lost his Arsenal career. Sick player, but wrong attitude. Well, bro, he's played for France. Do you know what I mean? And been in the France team. You know, that's a difficult team. Remember. He could always turn around to Arteta and say, I got into a France midfield. Do you know what I mean? That contains Pogba or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Better players than you, Arteta. Who are you to tell me anything? What do you mean? He was going to put Xhaka as captain over... He's going to put Xhaka as captain over Laka. And I fully agree with that. And that makes me ask, again... Going back to it, and it wasn't a way to piss off Hazard and think, you know what? How am I going to spin this from last night's wonderful debate about Arteta, man management skills, the Aubameyang situation, Guendouzi, Saliba, trust in the process, etc. Do you know what I mean? Certain players of ignorance, even though ignorance, all right, Anelka left after a year, but look at his ignorance. It glided him into a team. He started saying he was better than Ian Wright, which I thought was a very massive risk as soon as you land at a club and you come from France and you're 17 years old. For me, he really did as well. Do you know what I mean? A bit of passion, a bit of fury. He had balls, innit? Some players go missing. A Guendouzi wouldn't. I'm not saying he's going to get you a 9 out of 10 every week, but when some players can go, or like a Lokonga, or an Ainsley Maitland-Niles, honestly, or a Xhaka, and puts in a 4 or a 5 out of 10 performance, Guendouzi for me is a guy that I'd never get under a 7. As people have to say about Laka, Guendouzi will always put in a shift. If it works for Laka, it works for me. What's this cunt saying? Guendouzi is a punk who deserves to be kicked out of the boys. Bad influence from our good boys. And I suppose Aubameyang's a bad influence. Same as Saliba. Yeah. Mari is not better than Saliba. He's more experienced than that rent boy. What? With all that experience in playing in Brazil, yeah? When he comes to Man City, Guardiola took a look at him and fucked him off to Brazil, bros. You're a dickhead. He did leave. However, if my manager asked me to apologise to another player to repair the chemistry of the team, I'm doing it. He's my superior. If I'm a manager and a player, can't apologise. He can fuck off. Again, bros, be careful when you say that. So, Xhaka Hazard, you and your cousin are sitting in the stadium, yeah? And you've got really good tickets and you're right next to the fucking centre circle and Xhaka has been sent off and you're near the tunnel and you don't even swear at him. You just say, Granit, what happened, mate? And he looks at you and he says, fuck off. Would you go home feeling away about Granit Xhaka that day? If he looked at you literally in your eyes, like he did with fans that day, threw off the armband and said, fuck you, fuck you. For me, that is so much more of a disrespect. I know what you're saying. All I can guess is he really wasn't to fault. If it was Socrates, he lost his career as well, and he was already on his way out. And he probably didn't believe he had anything to apologise. Now, again, when I say be careful of that, the real thing apparently, I've heard it from the club, or I've heard it from people, is he didn't apologise apparently for telling Maupay that he earned more money than him. That's what he didn't apologise for. And again, okay, diddly squat. Maupay just injured my goalkeeper for a whole season. Yeah, I know. Interesting. So why hasn't he been bombed out then? If he bombed out Saliba and Guendouzi, Socrates went. Pepe was an Emery signing and Torreira. Interesting. How many people did fucking Emery sign? Guys, Emery weren't here that long. How many people did he sign? How many people did Unai Emery sign for Arsenal? What? How many players did Unai Emery sign for Arsenal?
On it.
He's on it.
Still on it. Here's the squad for Western United.
Western United? Why is it showing me the squad for Western United? Well, that was really dumb. Anyway, if you're not humble enough to do something small to apologise for the team, did Xhaka apologise? Was his apology humble enough for you? How about when he flirted with going to Roma and saying that Mourinho was a really superior, brilliant manager, and pretty much like going around in the media that them two are texting each other? How come Unwind Emery never had a problem with Guendouzi because he knew how to manage him? I reckon that as well, really and truly. I honestly reckon that. Do you know what I mean? And I honestly don't believe he was that much of a bad egg or a bad person. I believe he didn't apologise as a matter of principle. He didn't think he was wrong. I totally agree with that. Better player than Mikel. The punk isn't fit enough. Bros, Mikel was shit, bros. Glasgow Rangers, yeah? Everton. And then we got robbed of midfielders a week before the minutes before the window, and we panic signed him. Maupay, yeah. I don't think he was in the wrong. He backed his goalkeeper for me. Guys, please hit a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Yeah, Lee, fair point. Some players get gel with some managers and vice versa. Truth is, we don't know what went on. I fully believe his attitude aside, he'd be playing for us if it weren't for the bus stop. Bro, okay, all we can go on is what we see. Allegedly, whatever happened with Socrates, well, we didn't hear that around that time. All I know is he played against Brighton, yeah? He didn't do nothing wrong enough to be sent off enough, and the referee never sent him off, but he never played for us after that Brighton game, okay? That's the evidence I'm going to go on. So I believe it was something that happened at the Brighton game. Yeah? Exactly did that. As he did, he should have fucked off too. You're right. This disrespect, exactly. Guendouzi should have fucked off, and that's what I'm saying, bros. The individual and man management. Why is Xhaka such a G that he could get away with that? Again, it's down to opinions, Has. I'm not going to argue with you all night. I reckon telling Maupay, because I'm going to go with that story, because I never see Guendouzi play for Arsenal after Brighton away, after he defended his goalkeeper. Yeah, and apparently told Maupay he earns more money than him. He never played for Arsenal again. He was banished. Hinting, I hope the boys do well in the FA Cup or whatever, and still tweeting things. Even in the summer, I'm coming back to Arsenal. I'll always remember this year on loan. I'm coming back to Arsenal with a fresh attitude and a fresh hope, and I hope I can crack on. I remember all them tweets, bro, because I remember how much I like Saliba Guendouzi. So I remember I was watching what he was saying. Bad attitude, absolute the bollocks talk, bro. Honestly, his attitude was spot on. It was a guy begging to come back to the club. Well, it's interesting. It seems to be a lot of people that played on the Emery, but then Tierney, whatever. I don't know. Control freak in many ways, but then what? Something goes wrong. And that's convenient. The rumours are going with Aubameyang was late for training, and he was such a bad fucking influence. Do you know what I mean? Just eating, but yes, Guendouzi did say that Maupay, which was childish, but minor, really. So again, Cam, yes. So who would you rather see play for Arsenal again? Xhaka tells your mum or your daughter or whatever in the stadium, or you, your good self, as he walks past with his armband and he's throwing it off and he's just been sent off, fuck you, fuck you. He kind of catches your eyes. How would that make you feel? But Guendouzi stuck up for his goalkeeper and never played for us again after the Brighton game. I just find that weird. I find it weird that Saliba has never played for us in 3 years. Do you know what I mean? He signed for us 3 years ago. I question a lot of it, innit? Maybe true, but some of the greater managers has been control freaks, Lee. But then, bruv, again, if it was like Alex Ferguson, I'm sure there would have been a line. It doesn't matter if it's Beckham, it doesn't matter if it's Solskjaer, it doesn't matter if it's Roy Keane, Jaap Stam, yeah, Peter Schmeichel. Fuck with me, you fucking go, innit? And it's fine to have that attitude. But then Xhaka's got to go, bro. Yeah? Willian, pissed off to Dubai, yeah? When Awol gave the excuse, I think his brother had a business in Saudi, and come back and played away at Fulham a couple of days later. If you're such a discipline merchant, Ruvs, why the fuck can Willian fuck off to Saudi Arabia and literally was able? Do you know what I mean? He didn't get on the naughty boy stick. He didn't get fined. He didn't lose his Arsenal career. Or was that because he, as Kia Kajobshan said, anyone wants to aim at me about old players coming to Arsenal? Arsenal, as he said, and he said it on Sky Sports News, this was what Arsenal, Edu and Arteta approached me. They said, this is our number one target. We don't know how true it is, but Kia Kajobshan said it. Again, our people, Arteta, Edu never come out and denied it. He is the number one target. This is the guy we want. The free signing. He's the guy we want. You know what I mean? Premier League experience. This is the guy. Stop blaming me for Willian. And man, I swear to my mum's life, I didn't even see that comment. Thing is, Lee, I hear you, but Guendouzi is the player and Arteta is a manager. The principles of the player are irrelevant because he was asking for an apology. He should have done it. Okay, so back to Xhaka. So clarify why Xhaka still deserves to be at Arsenal then, Hazard. He told the fans to fuck off. We know he flirted with Mourinho and Roma in the summer. So I'm going to ask you just in a yes or no, not ifs, buts, maybes. Should Xhaka, is it one rule for one and one rule for the other? Yeah, Haz? Exactly. I do hear that. This is a workplace. Okay. And in the workplace, right in front of your 20 or 30 people in your business, Hazard, you've opened the business and you've got 30 people working for you. And some little prick like Exaka rips off the company t-shirt, says, fuck you, Hazard, throws the t-shirt at you, fuck your job, I'm out. What, do you beg him to come back and work the next day, bro? Is he still your main guy? Would he have your captain's armband and be employee of the month? I need to hear this from your mouth, Hazard. That Exaka is a real G for doing that, telling the fans to fuck off, flirting with Roma. Guendouzi never done these things, bros. He told Tottenham fans to fuck off and never wanted to leave our club. So cool, bros. Your employer told you to fuck off in front of your workforce. Yeah? Right in front of your workforce. Then admits he wants to leave you because there's a job in Italy going. You know what I mean? Player is card, I wouldn't worry about that. It's high in demand. If you're doing minimum wage job, there you go. I'll tell Exaka to go fix up, to be honest. Not that it would make a difference. Bro, so he would have got punched in the mouth from you. It would have made a massive difference. Okay, so deal with Exaka. If he's apologise and now he's not at the club, it's resolved. Okay, what about Granit Xhaka? The boss is the boss and the players should respect, but why should Guendouzi be forced to apologise for backing his teammates? Exactly. So that's what I'm saying then. So pause there. I know you did. I just need to hear you say it again. So you just, exactly, I'm not trying to take the piss. So you realise what you're saying. So Arteta, the discipline merchant, has allowed that to happen from Exaka. See, mate, this is alarm bells. It's like one rule for one rule for the other. So when it was like Aubameyang has done this and it's done that and he has to go, no, I believe maybe he done something to Arteta personally. I'm him and Arteta, as you're saying about him and Guendouzi. How about Arteta and Aubameyang had a falling out? He didn't want to play left wing no more. How do we know it didn't happen? Yeah? Arteta reckons now he's got a bad attitude. How about Aubameyang then went to his office and said, well, I don't think Exaka should play for the club. Bro, Matt, all I can say to you is, fucker, I'll be looking at 2022 plates. LLL. Thank you. I think we've missed out, and thank you, you're saying. Please be getting the likes on the video and do subscribe if you're new, guys. If it was an employer, I get sacked, suspended for not apologising. What about if it's manager causing it? Oh, yeah, top four all day. Jay Ben, I want to put a question to you as an Arsenal fan, G. Guendouzi left Arsenal and got told to piss off because apparently, well, we know what happened. That Brighton Leno got injured. He defended his player, told Maupay he was a prick and he earned more money than him. Now, Exaka gets sent off and tells the fans to fuck off. Yeah, all that fuck off. Throws the armband on the floor. What is worse, what Exaka done or what Guendouzi done? Exaka still plays for us. Then Exaka flirts with Jose Mourinho all last summer and wants to go Roma. So I want to ask you, on the bad management level, if you're going to be a bad manager and you're laying down the law, why is Exaka still playing for the club? I'm just asking you that, Jay Ben. You've just come in suddenly. If Guendouzi had to be kicked out, does Exaka have to be kicked out for throwing the armband on the floor and telling all the fans they're all wankers? Please answer that for me, Jay Ben. I'd love to resolve league, but if the player... But he was all saying things about the FA Cup. I still back my players. And then after the summer, yeah, he was like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to train my heart out. I'm going to prove like all my doubters wrong, blah, blah, blah. His attitude was spot on. Even when he came back from Werder Bremen, he said he wanted to give Arsenal another try. And he was hoping that everything was resolved with Arteta. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Argue with me? No, bros, because you're just everything you say is Granit is a genius and Arteta is God. Bro, if you be a little bit real with it, you can come straight into the conversation. Passion doesn't win you games. I'd rather that than have a gutless prick running around the pitch, yeah? So you're saying, cool, they're both shit. That doesn't answer the question, but they both should have went. If one of them rips off the armband and throws it on the floor, then flirts with Roma and Jose Mourinho all summer, don't you think they both have to go, bro? Exactly. That's gross misconduct. That's sackable. All right, cool. And I get that. Splendid. Willian goes AWOL. He wasn't ripping up trees. Do you know what I mean? Bro, an owner of a club, if I owned Arsenal and I spent, or if I owned fucking a burger van and I spent 27 million or 27 grand on whatever for this burger van, yeah? And then you went and bought a Brazilian Spanish Pablo Mari, you insisted that Saliba had to go for experience, you had to get this guy in and then to throw him back out of the club. For me, bro, spending the 27 on Saliba and then spending the money on Mari and none of them being here now is an alarm bell for me. I would make him answer to me. Stan or Josh Kroenke. Do you know what I mean? Or have a good director of football that would be like, whoa. Someone that cared, like a Wenger maybe. Maybe he should be director of football. Because he'll be tapping Arteta on the shoulder and be like, yo. You can't be doing this. Guendouzi, we only spent £7 million on. We could have doubled, tripled our money on him. Nothing. But I'm going to take that point. Okay, so Willian, the Saliba thing. How many years do you need to go on loan? Do you know what I mean? I'm back to France, bros. France, like, what is French football doing? I know it's good to play every game, but bros, then could have done that in Newcastle. Could have done a championship team. So, again, see the shit is playing an Arsenal shirt. No, bros. What about Cedric that your guy signed? Terrible. Do you know what I mean? Terrible decision from your boy Arteta. He'll never make it at the top level. Huh. Well, he's done something Arteta never done in his life. He's been around a French national team. Arteta never got around his fucking national team, bro. Maybe that's what Guendouzi told Arteta. Did you ever play international football? Did you know what it was like to be in an international squad, you little dickhead? Maybe that caused a bit of a nerve for him. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? That might have upset the little merchant. Right, guys, please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Let me hurry up into these comments. He was asked to apologise to his teammate Socrates Lee, and he refused. Did that happen around the Brighton game as well? Because he was still playing. And I never see him personally after Brighton. Tierney in the midfield. Why? That will only work if you did then do what Hazard was saying last night. Ben White in the middle on a back three. Gabriel left, Saliba right. And then you have to get a right back, though. That's brilliant at bombing forward. But what will really happen is, if that happens next season, it will be Ben White in the centre, Tommy the right side of the centre back, Gabriel left side, Tierney left back, and whoever at right back. He'll find a new right back to spite William Saliba. Yeah, I know. I loved Anelka, even though I didn't like it when he left us. I loved his ignorance. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. And that's what I mean. Down to opinions. Do you know what I mean? Guendouzi only had a season or two at Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Xhaka's had 5 seasons, winning new contracts. Guendouzi was steadily getting better as a footballer, like we're seeing at Marseille now. Do you know what I mean? But if anyone says, oh, you can't see what Guendouzi's doing at Marseille, is any good? He's playing in France. So then why is it so important that our manager Had to send our guy to France for 3 years in a row. Is it hard to say? Sorry, what did I miss? What? Burger fan, 1200. Bro, that wouldn't be a good burger fan. Oh, I think, was it that hard to say? I think he's talking about Guendouzi. Well, bro, I don't believe it was that. He played against Brighton. He didn't play after that. Yeah, especially Zlatan, you know what I mean? I don't do trials. Do you know what I mean? Cancer now. Ignorant as fuck. Some players are just like that. Wishing his newborn baby to have cancer. Is that okay? Tell me that, you mug. I'm not saying it was correct, bruvs. I'm just saying them fans obviously got rattled. Guendouzi does fuck all, loses his career. Why is Xhaka still about? Because there's certain still old school and hardcore Arsenal fans out here that don't like seeing that. Or I remember George Graham. George Graham would have knocked you out. I remember Michael Thomas and Anders Limpar. Some of you might never have heard of these players, yeah? Michael Thomas and Anders Limpar, yeah? They were on a training session, yeah? They snuck off. They went toilet. They were back within 60 seconds. They both didn't play for Arsenal for 6 weeks and got fined 2 weeks' wages. What was a lot in them days, do you know what I mean? Because players weren't on the mad amounts they're on now. Slipping to another one, Paul Merson, yeah? He joked. He's got it in his book. He said it on Sky recently. I said to George Graham, what was it? He said something really funny. He said he called him George or something by accident. George, did I play well? He goes, he looked at me and said, never call me George again. I am boss or gaffer. He goes, I didn't play for Arsenal for 3 months. 3 months he didn't play for Arsenal for. Yeah? That was an old school Scottish G, George Graham. Do you know what I mean? But then, if Willian goes AWOL and goes to Dubai, he shouldn't be coming back hours before the game and getting straight in away at Fulham. For me, all I'm going to say is, and we can try and move on to a different debate, Hazard, if you're going to be like that, Xhaka has to go, Willian has to go. It can't be one rule for one or one rule for the other. Because people like Aubameyang will see that and think, fuck that. The kids won't like it. The Sakas, the Patinos, the Emil Smith-Rowes, they're probably fucking just too scared to jump out of line. Send me some pictures, G. I reckon Guendouzi will get back to the Premier League. Bro, we said Aubameyang last night. I'm not going to say an 18, 19-year-old Guendouzi. Come on, bro. He didn't think he was better. Look at all the tweets he sent out. Can't wait to get back to Arsenal in the summer. I feel grown as a human being. I think he had a kid, when he was on loan at Werder Bremen as well, Guendouzi. He's like, I'm a father. I want to come back. I really love Arsenal. Again, bros, I'm not going to agree that was right. But again, that never happened to Guendouzi, innit? Never happened to Torreira, never happened to Saliba, because they never done the same shit that he did. Fans just don't like one rule for one and one rule for the other. That's going to piss off the hardcore fans. It's been amazing for him. He'll come back a beast. Right decision to send him away this season, Danny. So what if he comes back and he did have a couple of bad games and all along? People are like, oh, he's never played a ball in England or he's never played a game in England. Bro, I just think being back up to Ben White and Gabriel then this season, he'll still learn as much. Do you know what I mean? Playing him in FA Cup games, League Cup games. Do you know what I mean? Again, bro, I think it's good for confidence-wise, but I don't think playing for Marseille is going to be that much of a fucking help to him if he's got a debut away at Liverpool next season, or away at Totti, or away at Chelsea, or away at Man City. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Some players sink or swim, innit? And you throw them in, just like Leicester did with William Fofana. What's his name? Is his name William? Whatever Fofana. Who's he talking about there? That's the reason he never apologised. I guess for some cancer, a newborn is okay. Answer me, Mark. No, it isn't okay, bruv. But the things that he done was not okay. He shouldn't still be at the club. If Guendouzi's not allowed to be at the club, if Aubameyang's not at the club, that there isn't cool for what he done. For what them man, you know what I mean? Because the skipper Aubameyang probably watched Xhaka do this and probably thought, rah. Of football players. Oh, you can't question the manager, or you can't voice your opinion, or you don't say anything about the trip. Seriously, man, what the fuck? No, and Hazard's right, bros. You can't really question the manager and blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying, though, is, yeah, if you're a senior player like Aubameyang, and you see what Xhaka done, or you see what Guendouzi done, do you know what I mean? That could piss you off. Aubameyang was quite close to people like Lacazette, or even though they were rivals for the spots, I'm not going to go there, or even Pepe. And he probably wonders why can't Pepe get in the team. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? With Saliba, he could have had him contribute. That's what I just said. I think he's more than ready. Why was it right for him to go out on loan for 2 seasons? We needed him now. Yeah, mate. Why did we need to buy Mari? We spent £50 million on a centre back, Ben White. Could have went somewhere else, that money. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? But we can move on from this one now, because I think, not that I'm bored of it, I'm just saying we've exhausted it, because, again, as even Hazard, even though he was defending it all the way, he's just said, well, Xhaka shouldn't play for us as well. So there you go. This is my problem, Hazard. So there's my next question for you. So then it turns out to be one rule for one rule for the other. So Aubameyang thinks, all right, cool. If Xhaka can throw the fucking armband down, tell the fans they're cunts, tell Mourinho he wants to play for them and he wants to go Roma and play in Italy and Serie A all summer, and Arsenal are shit, you know what I mean? Aubameyang looks at that and thinks, well, fuck you. I'm allowed to come in 5 minutes late tomorrow. Right or wrong, I see that. I'm definitely not bollockless, bros. You're just a prick. I get you, bro, but then... All right, cool. Bros, again, well, Willian's got to go. Xhaka's got to, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Did Xhaka apologise for wanting to go Roma all summer? That's what I believe as well. That's what I mean. No, man, we're a football club. No fucking nursery. There we go. How do you think Vieira would have dealt with a lot of these problems, bruv? Internally, he would have hooked up people in the dressing room, Tony Adams style. Do you know what I mean? These mans probably ironed out their problems fucking personally with people. It didn't need to get to managers, you know what I mean? Unless things were spiraling out of control or whatever. This is why you have leaders in the dressing room, do you know what I mean? Do you think Vieira, if he was there, but then again, if Vieira or Tony Adams, a modern day Patrick Vieira or Tony Adams was about, Arteta would have gotten rid of them immediately. They're too big for him, a personality like that. He couldn't control it. Do you know what I mean? But we all do know Xhaka was wrong, just for me. You know what I mean? Then he flirted with Roma. He wanted to go. Make him go then, bros. Guendouzi never once said he wanted to go. You'll find. Eh? Cool. Hazard, again, you're missing slightly the point. Willian, other players done fucked up things, innit? What's wrong with banter on the pitch? Seriously, it's not like it was making racial comments, is it? Too soft in this era. There have definitely been double standards, yes, but 2 rights don't make a wrong. But bro, that sends out the wrong to Aubameyang, to the young kids. They see my man goes Dubai. Can Emil Smith Rowe go Dubai? I honestly reckon that as well. Liverpool need midfielders as well, bros. Milner is old. Henderson is getting on. And then after, what is it, Fabinho, Keita? I don't know. They never properly replaced Ronaldo, I don't think. And then again, they did get, what do you call him? Thingy, the other guy from Bayern Munich. Said question, are you saying nobody can put a point of view across? Again, hence why we haven't got a leader of personalities. Do you know what I mean? That's why I do believe the personality is probably up to go, isn't it? Young or not, you know? So, yeah. I don't get it. I know it ain't the biggest deal in the world, but Pablo Mari, I don't know what he ever see in this footballer to want to loan him and then go and spend money on him, you know? Danny Ceballos, he was so good, he brought him on loan again. Like, what's up with the guy? And if you want to be a merchant and a hard man and a badass manager and no one can discipline or do anything bad or, you know, blow their nose in an incorrect fashion or come 1 minute late for training. So why, if you don't sign a new contract and you're leaving at the end of the season to the biggest bastards that give you the most fucking money on a free transfer, why isn't Nketiah still there? Why is Lacazette still there? For me, they got to go. George Graham or Ferguson, old school or not their managers. If you don't sign, you don't play. You're not signing. Well, you're not in the fucking squad. All runs in the same thing. I know that ain't disciplinary, but come on, bros. Don't set off a good example to the other guys. You've got 5 months left in your contract and you're the captain of the club. Yeah. And he does, exactly. But then he's got to do it consistently, Hazard. It's got to be consistent. And if you're going to affect the team, you know what I mean? Again, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, you know he shouldn't have went at that time when Partey was going African nations. He still went because he wanted to flex, as you say, their muscles. So why didn't he flex them when Wolves bid money for him a year ago? He should have went there. But he was so desperate to get him out and flex their muscles, he went for zero with no obligation. To a team that mugs that off. What with Xhaka? They got him instead. And the evidence in the current team chemistry, which is at an all-time high, it's not like we are missing Guendouzi, is it? All-time high. All-time high. No European football, no FA Cup, no League Cup final. We've only got league games to play. Do you know when Chelsea didn't have Champions League for that one season when they fucked up? They went and won the league, bros. I wasn't ever suggesting for 1 minute that Arsenal were going to win the league this season. But I thought we might have had a little run in the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? Or something, so. Yeah, I expect fucking top 4 to be sewing up like immediately. You know what I mean? These other teams, Tottenham got knocked out of Europe or whatever. But yeah, certain teams have got Europa League or Champions League commitments, FA Cup games. You know what I mean? We've got fuck all. We should be banging right about now. Not fucking lackluster to a 2-1 at home to Brentford. Come on, man. I don't think you can if you could coach, you would have coached Saliba into a better footballer than Pablo Mari. If he was a coach, you wouldn't have had to have fucking bought Pablo Mari. What did he buy Cedric for? Do you know what I mean? And again, it isn't that I think Guendouzi's world class or anything. He just won't do them stupid things that Xhaka does. Just was never as much a liability, not at 17 and 18 years old when he was playing 49 games in a row for us. Hear that? No, Danny, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Emre should have booted Xhaka when that happened. However, Arteta had no responsibility for something that never happened when he wasn't even there. Okay. But he would have been aware of the situation. He would have seen the fans weren't that mad happy with him saying them things which Muggy Guendouzi said about, you know what I mean, the bit about his wife or the kid and etc. that means you've done something pretty bad in my book for people to say that, you know. And again, to try and put a nail on it after 55 minutes, you've got to be consistent. You know, Willian went to Dubai, Willian played the next game, but then he wanted him gone at the end of the season. He wanted him so bad, gave him so much money. Do you know what I mean? What about them bad decisions there, bro? You know? It's just bad decisions for me, mate. If it wasn't for Pepe's shitness, Aubameyang been bombed out, and the lack of goals from everywhere, Martinelli was not playing football for us for a long time. Was he just saving him in case he got injured? Yeah, mate. And that's what I've been saying, mate. That's what I've been saying. So Hazard is saying that wasn't happened. So then, all right, he made it clear he wanted to go Roma. He flirted with Roma all summer. Like, it was so public. Do you know what I mean? But what did he get? He got a 1 year rolling deal. A 1 year rolling deal. Do you know what I mean? UE, Pepe's missing sugar pepper. But I was screaming for you last night. We had a wonderful debate last night. But do jump into this. And where do you sit with some of this? You know what I mean? Where do you sit with this? Where do you sit with this, guys? Guys, I do have to jump off the stream soon. 1 or 2 bits to do. What time is it? 10:56. There's a different administration, Lee. Arteta can't be held responsible for something Emre decided. Exactly, but that's why Vieira wouldn't be allowed to be there, or any player with a voice like Vieira. Exactly, but as Kierkegaard Jobs will tell you, stop blaming me. Edu and Arteta approached him months before the transfer window had even opened and said, "Listen, this is our main guy. What's going on, Danny? Looks vexed. What you man doing to my boy?" It's basically just, the whole debate of man management over Arteta. He bombed Guendouzi out. Do you know what I mean? Xhaka's there. All right, cool. He didn't do the mad thing, the throwing the band on when Arteta was there. But he wanted to leave. He wanted to go Roma. He was done. He suddenly got a year extra on his deal. Again, it comes back to me saying I don't think all of the decisions he has made has been the best for the club. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, whether he's the best footballer or not, we needed a replacement before he went in January. Aubameyang, we've only got Laka and Nketiah, and none of them have signed new deals. They've both rejected, especially Nketiah most publicly, has rejected 2 new deals recently. And he's not even a good footballer, and he's young. That there is disrespectful alone. A manager like Ferguson, or a George Graham, they'll kick you the fuck right out of the club for that, or banish you to the reserves. You ain't playing again. So I'm saying, even though I didn't want Aubameyang at the club no more, and it was time for him to go and have a change, I'm just saying I would have still kept him, again, Rago, for them 4.5 months, and told Laka and Nketiah to leave immediately. Or not play them again. Because I know who's more capable of getting you goals. So to round off that point, for anyone coming in like UE, who is new, or new to what we're just talking about, I'm saying the overall man management. Guendouzi had to get pissed off out the club because he stuck up for his goalkeeper at Brighton. He never played after the Brighton game. That's, for me, what ruined his career, the Brighton game. Saliba's never played for us. Come on, man. We've got worse defenders at the club right now. Did we have to spend £50 million on Ben White? Shouldn't we have got a Declan Rice or something, a boss in central midfield, instead of spending £50 million on a central defender when we had a £27 million defender there, spent another £8 to £10 million on Pablo Mari? Now he's gone out of the club on loan. Udinese won't fucking buy him. We're in beef for Fiorentina over Dusan Vlahovic. That won't go smoothly in the summer now. Ainsley Maitland-Niles will come back. Bellerin will come back. What are we going to get for all these players? But Arteta wanted them in and out so badly. Well, they're all going to be back to him in the summer, aren't they? If you want to get them gone, you get them gone permanently. For me, Arteta's just, it's like spitefully getting rid of people. I don't get it. The same. Thank you for all your comments tonight. Respect. This won't be the longest one from me. I've got to leave as well shortly. As my point about Arteta is, he couldn't made himself look really good if he had handled the situation with a bit of compassion, like a father to a son, with a manager kind with the young players. I agree with that. Saliba, Guendouzi. Do you know what I mean? Totally. Yui, he's expects because he's. Oh, yeah, I've been plugging that all day. Listen, that there, yeah, I got a couple of new subscribers today. I know that for a fact. And yeah, don't even go there, Hazard. I've been plugging your shit all day long. Go and plug my channel, bro. About 2 hours. Listen, I checked this morning. It was on 61 views. So I started telling people it means a lot to me. Get this up, get this up. I want it up to 200 by the end of tonight. And when I did look before I come on this stream, I think it's on over 170. You can go and confirm that yourself. So when I say I'm going to do something, bros, yeah, that will be your best viewed video, bros. Most definitely. Give it another few hours. Do you know what I mean? My people should. I sent that out on Twitter to people individually, like it was me sending out the stream to Cam and all of you, mans. I done it on WhatsApp. So yeah, guys, there you go. Seeing is believing. The views are flying up. I felt big time there. Missed the golden opportunity. Sorry, is that with the young players again? The father figure. Most definitely, bros. But some of them weren't as shit as what's going on now, bros. Do you know what I mean? He was a father figure to Henry, Vieira, Petit, Overmars, Lundberg, you know, the mighty Adams. Adams and Vieira and Henry, Arteta would not even be qualified to deal with them kind of players. Them players, obviously, well before they'd finished, they'd won more than this guy, you know what I mean? And fucking, like, yeah, like, who is this guy to some of these guys? Yeah, like a Fergie. One time ago, if we sign, say, a Rice next year, for example, all you man would forget about Guendouzi. Most definitely, bros. But we've just watched us be desperate all January for a central midfielder linked with Gomes. You know what I mean? We watched him go to Newcastle, not for exactly astronomical money. Tillemans has got a year on his deal. He's literally laid it on the line. You know what I mean? He ain't signing. He's gone. So Leicester ain't dumb. You know what I mean? I'm not saying they'll give him away for peanuts, but they're not dumb. If he wants to go, he's gone. Just like Kante had to go. He had his price. Just like Mahrez had to go. He had his price. Do you know what I mean? And soon, indeed, he will go because he's going to have his price. But they buy people in advance to replace them. Samari, for example. Not me. I love that boy. Yeah, I wouldn't. I loved Guendouzi as well. I do get what you said. If we sign Rice, obviously it'd make it all better for me. I know Arsenal are gutless and we won't sign Rice. Do you know what I mean? Because if any big team comes into a fucking, like, even with the Dusan thing, it seemed like no one was in for him, and we still couldn't get it done. Obviously, yeah, he wanted to go Juve. What I'm saying is, why did it take us a whole month to realise this? Fuck off out the deal. Exactly, and this is what I'm saying about the man management. Even if you've got to be a hardcore gangster and you've got to let people go like Guendouzi for a bad attitude or because he said he got paid more money than Maupay, yeah, and backed his goalkeeper who was injured for the whole season at Brighton. Well, then for me, as you say, you've got to be consistent on it, yeah? Or then, yeah, you don't just do it because you think you're a bad man, you know what I mean? And Ainsley Maitland-Niles put a thing on Instagram and it was right at the end of the transfer window and you had no choice but to keep him. But as soon as January opened, bruv, you wanted him out. El Neni and Partey were gone. Xhaka's a liability. Yeah? El Neni, sorry, yeah, and Partey were gone. African nations. That was the wrong time to let Ainsley go. We should have left it to the end of January. Ain't like we got a fee for him. Do you know what I mean? Or an obligation to buy. There's nothing that mad in it for us. It was a spite one. And yeah, for me with Laka, even though people say, oh, but Laka puts in a shift. Laka's got 4 or 5 months on his deal. That's a guy that, you know what I mean? How do you know he ain't going to pull out of a tackle? How do you know, even though he hasn't publicly signed a pre-contract with anyone, how do you know he wouldn't pull out of a tackle? You know what I mean? Same with Nketiah. Like, he's young. He hasn't even played for a national team. He hasn't done nothing in his life. He's turning down the deals. Multiple deals at the mighty Arsenal. Arteta saying he's got a future. How's he there over Aubameyang? I'm just saying, these boys, even if Aubameyang to go, yeah, cool. All right, he's got at the end of the season. You treat him like a mug, you know what I mean? Or whatever. You mug him off, you bit part player and put him on the left wing. All I'm saying is if we've got no goals, I find it a funny decision. Like, are you spiting the fans? Do you want to not get us top 4? Because I tell you what, if we was to miss out by a point or whatever, and Laka and Nketiah score nothing between now and the end of the season, or get 1 or 2 goals between them, it's going to be difficult for us to get Champions League football, isn't it? Beautiful comment. You've almost stole man in the match of Liakers just for that. But not at the moment, because Liakers did start the whole debate. That's even conceivable though, Hazard. Rice hasn't come there. Most definitely. And who knows, maybe Rice would love to come to Arsenal. But as soon as a big team, a Man City, a Liverpool, or who he's been linked with quite hard, a Chelsea, come in for him. Do you know what I mean? That's it, we're done for. We won't compete with them teams. Because we'll say financially we can't pay you the money that they're going to pay. And yeah, then it'll come to wages. But we smack out wages for any kind of dickhead. Well, yeah. What I worry is it could be something so small that pisses off Saka. And Saka downs tools like Uber. And then what's he going to do? Fuck him off for half of the going rate. Do you know what I mean? Because it was out of spite. And he now doesn't work for him no more. Or he's done something that doesn't make him the flavour of the month. Or Saka says something wrong in an interview like, I've always admired Pep Guardiola, or I've always loved Spanish football or something. How do you know when he gets back to Arsenal fucking headquarters, Arteta ain't right? Now you're Guendouzi for me. How dare you say that? Do you know what I mean? I bet these guys wouldn't be allowed to actually answer the questions. Emil Smith-Rowe, Patino, Bakarai Saka, Martinelli. Would they even answer questions like, which coach has been a massive influence in your career? They're all going to think, shit, I best say Arteta right now or I don't play again. That there, for me, I think they're more worried to lose their career. And the people like Aubameyang, do you know what I mean? Thought, fuck you. I'm rich. I've made it. I'm Aubameyang. Why do you think Laka ain't signing the deal? Nketiah is nobody. Why do you think Nketiah isn't signing the deal, bros? Seriously. Because they've all sat with this guy for a little while. Do you know what I mean? Certain people like Erdegaard might be happy right now. How do you know he's going to be happy in 12 months and not be another Willian or not be another Aubameyang? Seriously. It doesn't take a lot to piss this guy off. Exactly my point to Hazard. They don't want to be here. But man wants to play them. They've turned him down on new deals. You know? He even said Laka could still stay beyond the end of the season. He publicly said he wants Nketiah to stay. Well, none of them are signing for you, G. None of them are signing for this Messiah Arteta that's got everyone pumping and everyone wants to play for him. We've got no strikers, yeah? And the only 2 at the fucking club don't want to be here. Any other 2 strikers in the world of football, and it's been Arsenal Football Club, they'll be like, right, if I bang between now and the end of the season, guess what? I might be number 1 man next year. None of them give a fuck. They don't want to play for Arsenal next year because they already probably know Arteta's getting a 100-year deal. Laka puts in his shift. Okay. Man, it's like I didn't even read the comment, but there's no point in me even reading that. Exactly. And they both turned down new deals. Online News recorded episode 5 of the All Gunners podcast, and it'll be out tomorrow. Another classic. Who was it with? Interesting. Who was it with? And as I said, have you noticed your pod has flown up in views? Your pod with me, believe me. Again, you know what I mean? And I've still had about 30 people text back to me. Why do you want me to watch it? I'll appear on it. Oh, sweet. Bit busy. Do it later. So, yeah, man. I'll go and send that broadcast out once again. Do you know what I mean? You must have seen me on Twitter retweeting things. And then, again, I can send you visual proof, bros. You know, when I gone over to my DMs in Twitter, I sent it individually to everyone, bros. And then suddenly the views started flying up. Do you know what I mean? Go and tell me what the views are now, bros. Don't worry. It's still going up. Oh. Is he tapping out? Oh? If I was a professional footballer, no way I'd want to be on a social media It's so toxic. If I was a professional footballer like Nketiah and Lacazette, then clearly I wouldn't want to play for Arteta. There's a lot of interest in tapping out. Do you know what I mean? But that's why I didn't want to comment on it. You see it there, bros. Is there a few more subscribers today, bros? I hope they subscribe. What is he talking about? Chelsea, I believe, will get Rice. All right, cool. But the guy's still had a year in his contract. The guy has ink on him. Yeah. The guy's persona doesn't look happy in Spain. Yeah. And we've got two people that don't want to be there and don't score goals, Hazard. I'm saying, in my opinion, he could have kept Ainsley to the end of the season. It ain't like we got money. He could have kept Uber to the end of the season. It ain't like we got money. You know? And fuck me, that's for Saliba Guendouzi. Do I need to go there? Oh, I didn't know that. Is that factual? Is he a Chelsea fan, the little prick? Bros, that would be better than a kick in the dick, but it's 5 years too late. While we're winning games, players have to stand in line. When results start turning, players turn quicker than milk. It always happens. Players will turn on him when results go the other way. Well, they can't, because they've seen a lot of high-profile people leave, the Aubameyangs. They see what happened to the youngsters, Saliba Guendouzi. Like, if Saliba and Guendouzi are so bad, why isn't none of our youngsters playing? Why does Patino not play? Why does Taylor Hart not play? Why does Salah not play? Why does Beref not play? Do you know what I mean? Why does all of these people not play? Guys, I've got to go in a minute. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Uber hasn't become a bad player overnight. Exactly. You couldn't get the best out of him for the last 18 months. Shane, great goal scorer. Yeah. And I believe it is 50-50. I don't believe Aubameyang probably was given the same effort or whatever for whatever reason, whether it was broken promises, whether it was you'll never play on the left wing again. Aubameyang just doesn't look like that guy. He looks like a big pussy, like, you know what I mean? He ain't a guy that's coming around to cause beef. $174 though, that's not bad. That's it. I'll take Kanté for a year or two. Again, bros, I'll take him most definitely because he's a lot better than what we got. For me personally, I'm just shit scared of any of Chelsea's rejects now. It's went wrong from Gallas. Peter Cech was okay, but he was, for me, never the same Peter Cech. It's harsh, but after the whole injury thing, like, I actually don't think he was the same Peter Cech. Yeah. Louise, Willian. Yeah, mate. No, we got knocked every time, seriously. So, Kanté, though, yeah, I think he has got a good attitude. I don't think he'll do that to us, but boy, I actually didn't think Willian would do it. I don't know. Why would we go for him now? That's what I mean. That's just typical Arsenal. A nice, easy way out. You know what I mean? 10, 15 mil. We need a central midfielding boss. And if we ain't going to go for a 70 million worth of Kanté, and this is again what I'm saying to Hazard, why did we let Bruno Gomes go Newcastle 32, 33 mil? That is not astronomical money these days. 32, 33 mil, honestly, really doesn't get you that much in terms of footballer these days. Bruvs, it was a private event in Hackney. Do you know the little alley by Mare Street? Do you know the bus station is? What was it called? Something Nights. Tyler's and Nights. Bruvs, there's a row of all places, pubs and that down there. I never knew how lit that little side of Hackney was, bruvs. Anyway, it was sponsored by Ray and Nephew. It was called Maggie Brunch. It was large. The gal were lit, blood, seriously. You ought to grab me on Twitter or something, bruvs. League goals was good. 07, 08. Yeah, that's a long time on the road way. That's a long time at this moment when I'm going to duck soon to go back to. But we can go back to that as in a way. How did that team not win the Champions League? How did that team end up collapsing? How did that team not go on to win more? Because that was criminal. We had so many good players. I think Wenger sort of changed it up. Everyone become 5'5". Fabregas, Nasri, Arshad, whatever you talk about, like the whole team got a bit smaller, and we didn't have Vieiras and Petites and Tony Adams no more. So going forward, we were brilliant, but we come lighter in the central midfield. That's because, hold on, if we're talking about Gallus, I remember that as well. And but yeah, bro, it still wasn't the same level as of what he was at Chelsea. Coming back to you. Kind of awkward still. I love that. Oh man. I'll see if I've got any pictures for you, bros, to send you, man. Seriously. Them girls was on fire, bros. Imagine I'm trying to cook food, so it was brunch, bros. The doors open at 12. We had to serve the food at 2. They were giving out Ray and Nephews ice lollies. Everyone was blowing whistles. They were the dancers, but the girls there, bros. It was that fucking day after the storm. It was raining. It was cold. Gal were turning up in bra and walking in one of these flags. Like, gal were turning up in straight bra and rocking these Ray and Nephew fucking flags, all like this, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it was some crazy shit, bros. The food reviews was amazing, and for the funeral in Tottenham, I didn't even know Tottenham had a venue like that. So, bro, Tottenham High Road, just before B&M, bros, that hall, I think they've got like a TV outside, Tottenham High Road, near the stadium. Bros, that hall is really nice inside as well. There's some venues out there. Yeah, I love that, innit? The Gazer's hilarious. Shouts out to UE, the funniest Gazer on the planet, apart from me, of course. Civics, I don't know what it was called. It's got a TV outside. I know there is a lot of Turkish things that go on there. But yeah, has a subbed already, bro. See, don't catch my people out, bros. You know what I mean? On my wave of advertising that, you know what I mean? I haven't been on AFTV, but that will be the best viewed video. I was just busy from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the event Saturday, bros. I told you that your video with me in it is gonna get mad love. My GUE, exactly, bros. What episode? Obviously the one with Danny, bros. Do you know what I mean? The one with Danny. I do have to listen to your first one. I can't lie. The AFT, is it Graham Brooks or something? I've caught most of that one. Just want to see what I go on there. Upstairs, yep, under the bridge. Nice place. No, is it under the bridge? Bro, you go in at Ali, yeah? And that's how you get in. And you got the Turkish wedding place there that sell all the Turkish for Suzan Abla and Sev there. All on the side. Danny one because he my boy, innit? What's this? Oh, Danny's one because he's my boy. Do you see it there, Hazard? I love you, you see honesty. You see honesty like that. So yeah, Hazard, that's the harsh world sometimes, not even a rude way, no bigging myself up. You just said it. In the harsh reality of life, some people today that has probably jumped on and made your views go through the roof on that stream was because I've told people, I was like, yo, like, I beg you, bro. I was like, come on, like, this is like my reputation here. Like, come, I've been on someone's stream, so I want his video with me to fucking be the best viewed video. And again, you know, you can go on all the YouTube statistics and you can see the minutes. I'd like to know the minutes people are watching that video, because people do love to jump in and watch 3, 4, 5 minutes of people's videos. I bet my boys, honestly, without bigging myself up, are watching that whole hour and 10 minutes. Yes, I'm going to message you. Nothing funny, something about that in a minute. Actually, you won't mind me saying it here. Graham is a sick guy, and he did say he would come on my channel, bros. And he said to send the message I got, but I'll talk to you about it after. But Graham says he's going to come on my channel in March. Hopefully, we shall see. Just a little. Do you see it there? And do you remember when I said that? This is why I love you, E. I couldn't do it that hard because I got my weed out. He's brutal and he's straight to the point. He come into my stream one night. I've always talked about this as well, Hazard, yeah? I hope you've heard me say this. I was with Tony and whatever, Adele doing his teeth and playing with his hair, Vidal Sassoon and Manny. He was like, oh, bro, I told you, man, every time you collaborate, love it, bros. Bros, I'll catch you tomorrow at 10 p.m. Even when them man watched that comment, I was like, you see that there, boys? I told you, certain people don't like me with you, man. And he walked in and walked out of the stream, boss. He seen me with them, man, banged out. He's always said he doesn't like me collabing with anybody. Possibly, maybe even you. I don't know. You know what I mean? This guy don't like no one, Yui. I love this guy. No, as he always says, bro, stop doing videos with people. You're better by yourself. You're more entertaining. Do you know what I mean, Haz? So, yeah, always good points. You know what I mean? And as I know, you're smart. You know what I mean? It's all an education. He's a wicked guy, Yui. Graham hates us in all streams. Helps us all in the stream pod community. That's what I mean. Yeah, and if there's anyone that's obviously been on, I respect him for that, AFTV and everything. You know, these man wouldn't want to work with me. So it'll be interesting to see if Graham does come on my channel. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you done though, innit? I've said that to Hazard as well. And I do believe, again, I'm going to take my hat off to my good self here. He learned, you know what I mean? Some massively good tips on coming on Danny AFC TV. Like, I love listening to the pod today. I literally sat down and listened to it twice. That pod was so good. I had it on my TV. In fact, last night I was in bed and I listened to it again in the morning because I put the picture on the group. Do you know what I mean? Views are high though when I come on. Yeah, do you remember at the start though? They weren't wonderful. The same with Easy's one with me. They weren't wonderful. And I had a few people aiming. Do you remember? And you basically made the brown skin comment thing. Yeah, I had some proper idiots, bros. You know what I mean? And that wasn't Yui. That was more Twitter. And thanks, appreciate. Has a great as a pod host though. Has a good voice. Yeah, you done know, bros. And you learned a lot of them skills and them charms from Danny AFC TV. Let me big myself up because I know he did, because when I've listened back to that stream, you know what I mean? He's bare. I'm not saying he could never have done that going on my channel, but yeah, it's all an experience going on my channel. And I hope he doesn't mind me saying, I remember Zed, oh fuck it, Zed ain't here anyway. So Zed said at the start, like, we're going to do this, like, you know, sorry, Hazard say this because this should be confidential. Like, you know, like, let's talk this for 10 minutes. Let's talk this for 15 minutes. Let's talk this. And Hazard was sort of like, do you know what, bruv? I'm going to be honest with you. Danny doesn't edit a stream in his life. He wouldn't know how to. Danny's a freestyler, not only just spitting bars. Like, yeah, there won't be a quiet minute because Danny can talk. So, yeah, jump in when you're ready. Because watch, as soon as 3, 2, 1, we're live. You know, I was conscious that I wasn't trying to take over every second. Because when I listen back, it literally is. There's a lot of me. I love my voice. Hazard, Zed hardly got a word in edgeways. So I hope he never took that in a funny way. Like, yeah. Because, yeah, like, that's me. You be right to be cautious and better to stream alone, but when it comes to real ones, it's all gravy. Of course. And Yui, I'd love to you again, bros. I'm gonna give you a fucking straight offer here, Yui. You're gonna have to message me personally and let me know what the thing is, you know? Some people don't want to come on, or maybe it's their face, or maybe they are a road man. Yui, I want you on my stream, bros. And I'm sure Haz would love to have you on the pod. It's a nice blend. Yeah, just like my fade. I love this guy so much. Yui, in the Turkish community, yeah, I'm going independent on the food, bros. But Turkish people, again, not in a rude way, they're gonna bring their business to their people, bro. I've been murking the food, and yeah, I need to get a kitchen. I was thinking mobile kitchens, but I know that pie and mash shops, they're getting run out of town. We'll talk about food later. But you're Turkish, you'll know a lot of them places where I can get all them ovens and efendim abi. It's helping my not the I didn't mean the confidence. It was the way just that relaxed attitude. As I said, the point when I said to Zed, when you said to Zed, bro, we don't have to schedule, like, literally, with all respect, you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's the way he wants to structure things on his thing, and that's fine. And no one tried to change the rules or anything. What we're saying is, or what I'm saying is that me and you know that an hour into, I told you confidently. Do you remember when I said the joke before we went live or before we hit the play button? I said, bro, we could talk for 3 hours. And Zed made the comment. I don't know how he's like, no, we're going to keep it to exactly an hour. But I knew we'd go over the hour because I was going live at 10 p.m. I'm just saying, bullshitters are bullshitters. And that's why a lot of people commonly put out 12 and 20-minute streams. Apparently, I don't know, if you put out a 20-minute stream, say it was League on AFTV, and you watch 7 minutes of it, they get paid for that because they're at that monetized, la la la. All I'm saying is, yeah, these men are calculated and put them things out for a reason. I'll put a 4-hour stream out, not because I want people, just because, again, if I believed it was fucking not entertaining for a minute, I wouldn't be doing it. And as I said that night with you on the pod, I don't know how long all your other pods have lasted, actually, sorry. We could have went on for hours. Yeah, most definitely. But fuck the American guy as well. They actually was just a school of dickheads just trying to feed off my good name, bro. It's like I'm famous out here. Sorry, what was this? Yeah, don't watch that. We already knew Zed and I that this pod was gonna be you and me mostly, as we know each other, no drama. And bro, again, I don't even think we covered 20% of some of the things I want to talk about. So again, when you're ready, innit? Who come on episode 5, by the way? Sorry, you never answered that one. Who was on episode 5? Paul Robinson is obviously he was really nice in a message to me today. Like, he sent a massive message, basically saying thank you. And one of his friends, like, you can see he's very gassed and excited about it, coming to my house tonight to help set him up with a platform and getting himself started. Obviously, he's not mad technical like me. And it's nice to get a message like that. I was like, brothers, I'm not a hater, man. Like, seriously, if you think you can do anything and you want to do something with Haz, like, please feel free. Like, do you know what I mean? And he was like you always, like you said there, he was like, thanks for always shouting me out of the channel, shouting out the pod I'm going to do with Hazard. Like, he sees that as mad. Like, even like literally was like, bros, you know, people have to pay for that shit. Like, you know, yeah, many Antonio were cunts. Couldn't trust them. I know, and Lee Akers was onto that from the start. I'd say WB was as well. WB was like, how you letting these man on your tick, man? Fuck them. WB was onto that fast as well. Do you know what? As the hosts, who was on your first ones? I was saying, as host, yeah. So you let everyone hear Zed's voice and blah, blah, blah. But you are the host of the mostest. Who hosted today? Don't worry, Zed ain't here. Who hosted today? Bro, do you know how many people said that to me? It was unreal. Unreal. Yeah, I know. I had to sack that show off real quickly. Do you know what I mean? And thankfully, obviously, yeah, there was a mousetrap set for them. So they walked into that. Zed hosted today. All right, I'm going to take a listen and give you my honest answer or honest opinions. Because most definitely, you've got that Danny style kind of hosting to you, nice and relaxed. Yeah, the introduction was nice of me and everything. Like, yeah, the way you went on, like, yeah, it was, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I mean, respect. Yeah, most definitely. And even his little quiz questions. I don't know if any of you was ever there that time when I was getting everything right and murking it. I was beating the guy Manny. I was beating Nathan was there, the Newcastle fan. He had to make up a footballer to try and bamboozle me. He knew I wasn't using Google. My hand's just here, like, I'm real. Yeah, you don't know. Bro, never have people like that on your stream. Please, please, please. I'm not, obviously, again, like, we're not going to fall out. Never have a bloodsucker. Like, I know a bloodsucker from afar, bro. Like, when I even remember the insider thing, and I was like, the week before, he's got to go and blah, blah, blah. Bro, God tells me, you know what I mean? He taps me on the shoulder and he's like, you know, Dan, something ain't right here. Oh, most definitely, bros. And yeah, that's because you're smart. You're not going to get that out there for you. No, I'm joking. You see it there. Wow, exactly. With dead food, exactly. And they're things that you live from, because obviously, yeah, I'm never going to run on that. And if I was ever doing a sort of quiz thing again, it's more like how I was saying to you, Hazard, a good cop, bad cop. Cop, obviously, I'm saying Hazard would be the good cop, defending Arteta, and I'd be the bad cop. But yeah, even that would be dead food. You just got to be yourself. You got to be true to yourself, be natural, and I feel that's kind of what's worked for me. As I said something on the pod about even if my show's getting busier now, I still won't break the little rules of not pinning people's comments, never tried to do the super chats, never tried to charge my real ones for anything, never tried to say, oh, if you want me to advertise anything for your Hazard, boy, I don't really want you tagging your pod, my name in your pod. I switched it to someone on Twitter one day. This is a weird one. I'd always wake up with, hi, would you join my YouTube channel? Shouts out to Daniel AFC TV and a whole load of whatever Googlers, like basically more minor YouTubers, whatever. And I'm not a hater in any way. So I was like, fam, why'd you keep putting my shit in this? Like, what have you done for me? Like, who the fuck are you? He's like, oh, bros, I'm just trying to promote my shit. And I was like, but why put my name in it? Like, what is it? You've never approached me. You've never said, well, go on to me. You've never said you liked my streams. You've never subbed to my channel. You've never said nothing to me. But so don't put your name in my shit. You're one of them ones. So you get a lot of cocky fuckers out there. And just, yeah, bloodsuckers. And yeah, and again, my experiences right now, there isn't many real ones. That's why I love my group. I love Hazard, Lumberkamp, Hanyumi is like, oh my God, Lee Akers, WB. Who have I forgot? I don't know. You know what I mean? All real ones. Yeah, what can I say? I know I wrong them from a fucking mile away, bro. It's like the way I've always had a good fit every time you come in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you didn't answer the question, Yui. Do you ever want to do a pod with Hazard? Or are you going to do a stream with me? Go on, bro. That's exactly what I like to hear. Respect. I love the screen, by the way. The at Hazard. These are things I have to sharpen up on, Haz. If you ever want to do me a favor, I've got to know about this at Danny AFC TV. Have it on my stream every time. Yeah, I like that. Very small touch, but I liked it. And I know Lee would love your intro. U2B, yeah, Guna. And then just straight in, smooth. And no one likes that big idiot American badge. I just love that cannon. So, very smart. Very sort of plain and not mad technical or whatever. And I know it'll improve in the future. I'm not digging it. I'm just saying, cannon. The U2B Aguna. Very nice. Very subtle. Very sweet. Thank you, bro. That's what I mean. And they are very small touches. I remember someone said to me ages, well, just before I got banned on my lit Twitter account before, they were like, why is your YouTube channel not in your link? If anyone has to look for you, in my experience, 9 times out of 10, they won't. If they can just click and you're there, who knows? You might get that sub. That was a Tottenham fan that told me that right at the start of my thing, bros. It was weird. I was like, how come you show me love? He goes, because, bros, you're lit. Good or not, you're lit. And you deserve to be well above all them people around you. And he started naming all the pagans. You don't know. One guy was working on the intro for me. Should we cut him up right now? And the guys, I've really got to go in a minute. Where is he? He's going to tell me he's been super busy.
Hello.
Don't say shit or fuck. You're live on YouTube. We've been talking about people saying about graphics. Someone said he wants to help me with it. So I just mentioned you and said, hold on, my guy did say, and he's lit, whether he wants to plug himself or do whatever. But yeah, he said by last Tuesday he was going to do a thing. I did say you had a drum, whatever. My brother, without even saying your name, what day do you, people are in anticipation of this intro? You know? Do we know what sort of day? Have you looked at the pictures? Shall I take your speaker, by the way? Do you want to just talk to me? But I'm live. Okay.
I'm currently working on it, but if you want it proper, you have to wait so that it's not cheap and rubbish.
Okay, you hear that, all Hazard? You hear that, UE? Do you hear that, Lee Akers, Cam, everyone tonight? If you want it not done properly, and this guy is a genius. I'm going to reveal everything what this guy does. If you looked at the, listen, this guy, I'm going to let you go in a second, Fresh. This guy is a DJ. If you go look at his DJ website, I swear to God, you wouldn't want to book no one else because everyone else's websites. Well, no, I've looked at DJ's website to be honest with you, and I can't lie.
Not to mention
but residencies. This guy does boat parties. Every time I mention boat parties, and I keep saying I'm going to go on a boat party, this is the guy that I'm talking about who's on loudspeaker, brother.
Well, I'll tell you this now.
Yep.
From April right the way through to September,
yep,
we are doing weekly boat parties on a Saturday.
Weekly boat parties.
With me.
Wonderful. And am I in there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well.
I can go live as well. Boat parties, guys. Who wants to go to a boat party, brother? I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. Have we got a rough estimation about doing your bollocks in on a time for this intro?
I should hopefully have it done middle of next week.
Middle of next week. All right. I'm gonna call you straight after my stream. I'm coming. I've been on for an hour and 34, so I'm coming off in 5 minutes. All right.
I'll focus on the stream. I'm not going nowhere.
Respect, G. Thanks. Yeah. Easy.
All right.
Cool. All right. This guy, yeah, is a DJ. And yeah, he goes in like he'll wear a waist jacket and t-shirts and everything. He's even got a tattoo with his DJ name on his back. I'm just saying, this guy kind of gives a fuck, and he probably wouldn't. I hope he could be listening now. He ain't gonna be, he probably won't put that same heart like it's his website or anything, but this guy will put out something for me, innit? I can do either, bro. Mad Life is a sticky one for me. It's a place of business from time to time, but we'll definitely link up for sure one day. Promise you, and has a respect, bros, and let us know if you want to come on. UE, let's get episode 7, 2 weeks time. You see what I mean, bros? Does he play the Speed Garage? If not, does he play Speed Garage? Bros, he's actually one of them ones. His ones that he would say, and he's right now. He's the guy, this is one of his favorite lines, especially if he's attacking a new place that he's looking to work at. I have music of all genres. I play all music across the board. I remember him one day trying to attack a pub. I'll only say the area, it was Wood Green. And I always remember the way he said it. I play all genres across the board. I will make it a 90s happy George Michael white party. I can make it a grime thing, even though grime wasn't his speciality. Reggae and that, he was brilliant. He was also good at them cheesy ones, like he would always drop in a, what was that one? But girls loved it. Oh, mysterious girl. I was like, raw, but certain girl loved it. Or what was that one? Do you remember Serrani? When that first come out, he knew how to rock that one real quick. He's really fast. Like, you say how I'm fast in my Arsenal news? This guy would be fast. If a song got dropped on Friday morning, he'd be rocking it in the club that night. Who's Fred? Hold on. What have I missed here? Go on, Fred. He plays everything. Yep, there you go. He ain't shy to say he plays everything across the board, you know what I mean? And he did work at places, back in the day, places like Rudolph's, Tottenham, Opera House, and they were massively known for that on their house and garage level. Yeah, this guy, I don't really big up people, do you know what I mean? But this guy knows, he knows his music, innit? You want to go on one of them boat parties, mate? I tell you what, you always get me tickets. I tell you what, I've got to make that happen for you. You sound like a proper personality. Can't wait to get him on. You done know, innit? Very not opinionated in a bad way. He'll tell you exactly how he believes it, right from wrong. He'll tell you if Pepe's missus needs to be given a good seeing to. Where am I in the comments? He's just mad lit like that. Where am I? I've lost the comments. Here we go. And I'm back. Charlie Brown's Wood Green. Bruvs, he would have murked that place. Trust me. I never went there with him personally. Lee, let's go, bro. You done know. Bro, you should have been here for the fucking Wolves game. Yep, I told you he used to DJ. I wouldn't have DJ'd there with him. Yeah, mate. Needs to be playing some of them. Destiny, what a tune. Bros, this guy does. Trust me. I've already said Opera House. Forgot about Yates. Sports Zone back in the day too. Is that big sports bar pub near Bounds Green? I'll speak mind if people don't like what I say. That's their issue. Don't ask about me because I'll be honest always. Who asked about you? No one asked about you. Sister lives in Wood Green now. Oh, yours does, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know, bro. I know. Just, yeah, that one there was really mapped up for you, bros. I don't. Is that sports bar place? Whoa, what am I pressing here? Is that sports bar place? Fresh would say yes, mate. Anything to promote his business, yeah, mate. It's Hazard's Pod. The problem with Fresh is, honestly, no disrespect to Fresh, you can talk to him about music, but Fresh doesn't really know about football that much. No disrespect, Fresh. Football isn't Fresh's forte. It's Hazard's Pod, brother. Everyone knows I'm a DJ, photographer. S.I. Dorman. Here he goes. He's doing his bit to promote himself. I love it. You're welcome. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He isn't really I've known this geezer for 15 square years, if not even longer. Does he support a football team? He'll probably tell you Arsenal, but I'm not so sure. Dan's pod first, out of respect. I love that. We discussed the Arsenal and Fairs. Yeah, but go on, Fresh. How would you I actually being honest, isn't it? It's a football podcast. Go on, Arsenal. See what I mean, though? I've known this geezer squaring all my life. I know he's a bad man DJ. I know when it goes to graphics. I know if you need, what are them things called back in the day? Like, he was a really smart guy. Do you remember Pirate Radio Station back in the day? I'm sure Fresh won't mind me saying. He was a guy that was really sharp on a pound note, going to a Caribbean, Jamaican shop or a cab office and saying, listen, I will shout out your cab office or whatever 30 times an hour, blah, 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 blah. I'm live from here to here. Like, Fresh was very good on that, but Fresh is... Where a lot of people would walk into a venue and they just wouldn't execute the right words or try and charge too much money. Fresh was smart. He would try and do the research of the venue, find out what the DJ was getting, and then probably undercut the poor cunt and say he's better than him. Dad likes Liverpool. All right, cool. But hold on. Just to put this in a nutshell, Bruvs, name 3 current Arsenal players. Don't use Google. And 3 current Liverpool players. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you're a football head, are you? But please, go on my one. Go on Hazard. I'm just saying. When I have you on, Bruvs, we're talking about music. We're talking about politics. We're talking about life. We're not really talking about football, with all respect. It's Heartless Crew, bro. Mighty Ball. Had too much vibes. Yeah, man. Most definitely. Respect, my G. Female Skunkers after the adults was lit. I used to have Lady Dynamite when she burst onto the scene. Seriously, man. PAs at Scala. I think me and Fresh might have been there together. Fresh might have been DJing that night. I don't know. Fresh has had a lot of good venues. You don't do boat parties up and down the Thames River if you're a shit DJ. Go on, I like that. Respect. Let's discuss, guys. Bruvs, you want to talk about music, everything. Fresh is the guy, like, he's that guy that could show you about... I didn't know what BPM meant. He always said, Dan, you're never going to be, like how you said to me, Hazard, the other day, you're never going to be on Sky or BBC, even though you're brilliant at what you do, because you smoke weed on your stream or whatever, and you swear. Like Fresh said to me when I first started DJing, I could nick venues because I have a really good personality. And I could make, especially black gal, sorry to say, I could make audiences move their bumpers. Something that Fresh always said, that's the first thing. Look at the crowd. If the crowd ain't happy, then you know you're shit. Anyway, just without cutting the story, I wasn't the best at mixing. Like, Fresh can mix things. BPM, I'm going to get back to that. The beats of the tunes and then dropping it nicely. Man, no. But Fresh, this is why I always respect Fresh as well. And I'm going to stop talking about Fresh in a minute because he's going to get a huge head. Do you know them fades out, like virtual DJs when you'd use them programs years ago, or if it was on decks, like, it'd be like a drum. Kudoof, kudoof, kudoof. You'd be like, put that in, and then I'd be playing, I bring you flowers in the morning rain, and I'd want to play Sweet Like Chocolate. So near the end of the song, I'd like put the fade on, kudoof, kudoof, while Sweet Like Chocolate is already or whatever it was, you know what I mean? So Fresh could always see I was enough talented. I could make an audience sit down. Y'all loved me, la la la. But was I going to be the best DJ in the world? Probably not. Like the way Fresh will pull off a mixtape, like shit, I actually could listen to them all day long. In fact, I still listen to some of Fresh's mixtapes. Like, they're really good, man. Do you know what I mean? You've just got to tell him what you want, because again, when he's making a normal one, he'll have them galley tunes on there. He'll have that Craig David and Usher moment that man like me don't listen to. But again, smart. All genres, whatever. Plays across the board. Anyway, enough of Fresh. Big shouts out to you. Browse again, another thing. People who are scared to say things, people who ain't. Nope, I certainly don't. Where was it? Oh, Haymarket. No, I never had no business down in Haymarket. I fucked a girl in Leamington Spa, and I come across apparently Roger and Rennie's first. Roger and Ronnie Cray, whatever, Roger and Rennie Cray, Ronnie, the Cray fucking brothers. Their first nightclub. That's in Leamington Spa. I went in there. Danny is like Nas, bro. Don't go commercial, but have a real following. Exactly. Never change my personality for nothing. Someone said to me the other day, well, not me, this was ages ago. They're like, I want to help you out. I never told no one about this. They were like, why didn't you say you wanted attention? A lot of that controversy, the spitting bars, it was a fake persona, blah, blah, blah. And you got it for attention. Now you want to be serious and blah, blah, blah. I was like, because the following I've got right now, my real ones. And they were like, no, fuck them, because you're going to go further. They'll always know you were smart, you were calculated. You said these controversial things to draw in interest really quickly on your channel. Because starting a YouTube channel is a difficult business. Anyway, I said it was ridiculous out of hand, and I'm never going to break my rules for no one. You know what I mean? I'm a real one. If someone comes into my team and wants to run their mouth, I'm going to tell them exactly what I think of them. I'm like, raw, like Hazard. They're like, well, you're not going to make Sky Sports News and you're going to BBC. I was like, cool, when it's safe. Their loss, not mine. Right, hour and 46 minutes in. Exactly. And they can hate me forever, bros. Or love me forever. That's it. I remember one geezer on the stream. I don't know who was here that night. Who was it? UE. It could have even been you know. I don't think it was you, Yui. It was around the time you first started listening to me, though, and jumping in a bit randomly. Someone was like, you know what, bros? I heard you was a bit of a fuck up, a racist, and la la la. So I just put in a couple of random comments, said a few things, and the way you've kind of respectfully answered all my questions, spoke to me, pinged all my messages. He went, you really can't be this bad guy that these people are making out. He goes, I'll be straight with you. We ain't ever going to be friends. So it wasn't you, because, yeah. But someone said, they were like, I came in here and I was asked to just pepper you and call you all kinds of obscenities. You went, I've listened for 3-4 minutes and I'm going to decide to just keep an open mind. I'm not going to pepper you for whoever asked me to. And I think you're cool on a deal. I'm out the stream. I was like, rah, it just shows you, innit? That guy took 20 seconds to listen before he started chatting shit to me. What is, sorry, tell me that quickly before we go, Haz. That bit there. That is like Nas. Don't go commercial. Which bit? Tell me, Haz. Because that's what I mean. I could never have changed that. If someone said tomorrow you'll wake up tomorrow and you'll have 2,500 subscribers on your channel and you've got 420 whatever right now. But if Hazard or UE or Lee Akers doesn't put £1 or £2 in the super chat from tomorrow, because we're working with you and we're getting you all these subscribers, you can't say their comments. Hazard, as you know, I'm too real. And they didn't put it in them words, but that's what it meant. If I help you get to here, then you know what I mean? And I didn't like it. I didn't like the sound of it. I didn't like the way nothing of it was. Again, Has brute fucking honesty and blah blah blah. I think for a guy, UNZ, just starting a pod, I think you have got over the roof fucking views. Remember, nobody liked me when I first started my channel or whatever. And I'm not saying nobody liked or disliked you. What I'm saying is you're at least random, innit? Or you've just come out there or whatever it was. But I didn't have a Hazard or, I don't know, say was it Graham Brooks or anyone else that wanted to fuck with me. Or could have said, all right, just do this, or hashtag Arsenal, hashtag Danny, you know, just roughly. What I'm saying is your advantage when you come into this game now, Has, you have got a person, even though there'll always be a tarnish on my name and I might not be huge in the game, I'm sure you'd agree, without me bigging myself up or trying to make your channel or Zed's channel look smaller or anything, I'm sure you'd agree. I'm not saying the one with Graham, whatever, a lot of the other views would have come from, look at the way Yui said tonight, like, you know what I mean? Okay, so that means, okay, they might not be the most listeners every single day or as avid on my channel or whatever. But if I'm involved in any way, you're going to get attention from it. That's kind of what I'm saying without being, bruvs, you know what I'm saying, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is just to draw a line on it. Bruvs, I researched that today, and you know I've got no time in my life, and I can go and give you their names if you like. A geezer that started a podcast a little while ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So he's got months over you. Well, he put out a pod 2 weeks ago. It's got 14 views. Another guy, without naming his poor little sorry self, has put out a pod just 5 days ago, 8 views. I suspect he watched his own video 8 times. And the third one that I see had a lot of subscribers on this podcast. And he had put out a video last night. Oh, no, sorry. He had put out a video 7 days ago. And I thought, cool. 36 views. So that's the harsh reality of life. So I don't know where he got his 779 subscribers and you're sat there with 20 something. But he can't get views nowhere like yours. Funny. What I'm saying is, if you've got a genuine and a real following, they're there for you, and they're there for you for life, bros. And I believe a lot of your people right now, you've got a good start. Because whether all of them or 50% of them, I don't want to laugh and big myself up. And I ain't that many. What I'm saying is, the subscribers you've got, again, I'm just telling you, like, you'll be surprised. Your own friend might not subscribe to you, innit? So trust me, I reckon a lot of them could be mine. And the people that haven't subscribed that are mine are always going to be keeping the views going up, innit? And as soon as I put it out to people today, I need this to go up in views. I don't like that. It was on 60 or 62 views when I woke up this morning. So I kind of I was putting it on people like, rah, like, what's this? Like, why won't you watch it? You know, a lot of my real ones, they were saying it last night. UE, liked. Paul Robinson, liked. Easy, watched, liked. Hank Yumi, obviously. Hussein Juma, Lung Burkamp. So I think you've got, about before you think I'm saying anything bad about your channel, I think you've got a really good start. And without saying you're calculated or being overly smart, you probably know how you want to, or maybe even my mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Who knows? Just saying. I see Paul Robinson's bouncing. Well, do you have ops that come and slander you on here? Plus, haven't you ever seen it? Matt Branduzzi, a geezer called Kaya, telling me I want to spit bars. Do you know what I mean? Try start shouting at my mom and this and that, my daughter. Do you know what I mean? Bro, have you never been there one of them nights, bruvs? Like, Hazard's had to try and put people in their place. Guys, we're a family. Obviously, you don't know your dad. You must see Danny as your dad. And you know what I mean? Hazard's had my back so many times. So many of the other real ones. Lung Burkamp. Lee Akers, for fun, has my back. I get random madness, like, do you know what I mean? I had a guy come in one night just to tell me about my teeth continuously. You look hot and sweaty. I was like, no, I don't. Why don't you put your face on the screen? Let's see if you look hot and sweaty. I was like, I'm not looking hot and sweaty, G. In fact, I look very tidy. Look at me. Look at that tracksuit there. That costs more than everything you're wearing. Let me show you my trainers. Them trainers there, $2. Cost more than the guy was probably fucking sitting on the prick. But yeah, I heard a bit about the guy getting you to change. I'm serious. What is he talking about? Oh yeah, I know. Getting you to change, saying it was a fake persona. Of course, bros. I told them like straight away. What they were offering me was basically, you're not stupid, bros. Like, people are calculating. You're lit. Like the controversial thing that you know, the bars. I can make certain things like that disappear. What do you mean? I'm like, well, if I vouch for you, it will mean something. Respect to Lee Akers or Hazard or whatever, about if I vouch for you and this is my name out here. But I was like, well, I can't work on you in any way. Basically, I'd have been on their channel, la la la, do you know what I mean? And yeah, like, I was like, no. And they were like, the only time if you want to change these rules and then fuck me off, like, yeah, like, appreciate you got 5,000 subscribers from me overnight. And I was like, I could do it 5,000 subscribers overnight. But yeah, never do that, bros. I took it out of hand. They were like, don't ever smoke Zoot again on your stream. And even though I know that I shouldn't for professional reasons, like, how much am I clocking? Why should I have to smoke all the time? I was like, nah, no one don't tell me how to act, not to roll, blah, blah, blah. If someone comments and says blah, 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 you really shouldn't be spitting fire at them. I was like, well, now this is a deal breaker. I don't like whatever you're offering me. Go suck your mum. You make a good point. We were discussing views today, and we are over the moon with it so far. You helped us so much with that. I believe I really have, bros. Where just no one wanted to help me. Even I'm saying, like, again, who would you or Hank Yumi or Lie because of WB to be putting out there? I love this channel. Sorry, you've got actually a really lit Twitter, by the way, Has. But I mean, it's not just like a foot. It's not like, even though I now, yeah, you're gonna either split it or yours is kind of political as well, bro. So that's what I'm saying. The people that follow you might not necessarily follow me. That is what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't want to put out. Yeah, like, it's not. I don't want to say exactly what I'm thinking. It's like, yeah. But you've seen bare people try and bloodsuck off my name, whether it's a fucking Manny, whether it's an Adele, whether it's a Tony, and then suddenly try switch, which they were publicly saying, yeah, Danny told us publicly about the whole Adele, the whole bars and la, and then try to switch that up on me. You know what I mean? Come on. Look at the insider. If Dusan had joined Arsenal, he'd have been acting like the biggest hero in the world. Yeah? Thanking me for my help, but he would have even got further than me. Bro, he told me more than once, yeah? He was starting up the Arsenal Insider.
Richard.
The Arsenal Insider. I'm just coming off my live now, quitting 2 minutes, yeah? The Arsenal Insider, he was starting a YouTube channel because he obviously did expect Dusan to join. All of everything he said after was fabrication. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to wind up Danny. I wanted to mug him off and just make people see that you can get their attention from la. No. He sucked off me the blood-sucking thing, and it worked. And it made me... How did he get all them people so quickly? He was mentioning my name, and then it suddenly started going through the roof. It just shows you, Has, for me, there were people, a lot of people that were watching, but they'd rather subscribe, not that as in follow him on Twitter, than fuck with me. All I'm saying is, when I looked at his people that are following him, and he had a lot of followers, if I've got 500 or 400 people following, bros, 85% of my people are following him. None of his fuckers are following me. Like, I don't know, or some of them was, but do you know what I mean? Maybe the real ones out of them. I'm just saying it was a handful. And if he had got that right, he would have a YouTube channel now. He would be going on like a G. And probably would have tried to drop me real quick or la, or whether he tried to work with me, whatever. I'm just saying it's funny he spun the king on me. What did I actually do wrong to him? I gave him a platform to talk on. And like, even his comments Has, towards the end before we rumbled him, mate, you're telling me Dusan won't join, putting out like wrestling pictures saying that the Insider said it. It's mine and Danny's account at risk. I started pre and all of this, and that's when I said he had to go for. He was putting all of this shit up. It's me and Danny's account at risk, my friend. Why are you worrying if Dusan joins Arsenal? Danny is back to me. His account is at risk. My account is at risk because people will say I'm a fraud. He believed in it. As I say, it was 50-50. If it had happened, he would have went on like a hero. Bros, I would imagine AFTV really and truly should be big enough to not have to do them things. But even at WB, when he met Troops the other day, he was like, I want to show you a YouTube channel just to see if you know it. Yeah? So Troops, like, probably being like a Danny, like, didn't have that. He was like, what's the name of it, bro? Because Steven's all pulling out his phone and then fucking around, flipping around with his phone. Told me the name. He went, it's called Danny AFC TV. I went, the way Troops said it, he said, Dan, I couldn't believe it. He shrugged his shoulders, smiled, and went, blood. Everyone knows that that channel and that guy, innit? And I goes, how did he say it? Did he say it in a way where he didn't like me? He just said, he said it in just like raw, like shit. Just everyone knows that guy. Do you know what I mean? Remember, I told you I walked up to Ty in Finsbury Park recently. Oh no, that was a little while ago. And the first thing he said to me is, he went, Danny, I know exactly who you are and I don't want no beef. I was like, Ty, again, without disrespecting you, you're not that guy. I'm not trying to beef you. I was just coming to holler, innit? Like, literally, like, you know what I mean? And I asked him the question. I was like, are them man talking about me? I goes, who's them man? I goes, you know what I'm talking about, Robbie DT. And he goes, bro, because this was a few months ago. This was when a lot of the DT thing was going around and the wife beat her. He's like, bro, I can't lie. He went, your name's chatted quite a lot, innit? He went, boy. He went, would you like me to give them man a message for you? And that's what Tyler's real, because do you know what? I know the message was put out there. Do you know what I mean? Whether it was listened to or not, but yeah. Tyler's kind of like, boy, people are chatting about you, innit? People are whatever. He didn't want to say it. He's too pro AFTV, but he was like, yeah, bro, like, I can't say too much, but boy, you're blacklisted. I remember seeing Robbie the day before the kit launch. Yeah, Stephen would always say this because Robbie would always go and get the kits and do the preview 9:30 early in the morning. When me and WB see him one time, I drove past Robbie, Seven Sisters Road, where his little base is, where AFTV is. Like, they know, innit? They know, innit? What do you think? I haven't put out a subtle hint. Do you think when Robbie, Harry Potter, and whatever have come out of AFTV buildings, what don't you think I know the gal that they get them where they get their place from? The same gal that I do believe was the gal that probably Claude rented his yard off. You know what I mean? No, I didn't take a lot of work or anything. I'm just from the ends, innit? I see Robbie, I see Troops, all on this road, innit? When Troops didn't go to America, I was like, rah, this only means one thing. This is where AFTV buildings is. So let me just get to the story. So I'm just there parked up naturally one day, and Robbie parks up in his whatever car, black, blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And he comes out as some guy. I've seen him around the ends. Can't remember, I don't know actually who he is, but he come out and I was like, yo, Robbie, what go on? He was like, yeah, Danny ACTV. Again, the way they all say it. Danny ACTV. You know what I mean? That's reasonable, isn't it? Like, Howard Man know me. Like, he's got over 1 million. So he was like, Danny, well, go on. I was like, yeah, how's your boy? He went, who's my boy? I went, you know what I'm talking about. That the wife beater, innit? And he kind of just went, oh. Anyway, I don't know what top was coming out because I met him when we got the Freddy Krueger top. Anyway, I just said to him, "Oh, see you at the kit launch tomorrow." And he smiled and put his thumb up. I was there, innit? Man didn't come, and he always buys the kit real quick and he does the preview. He never did for that top. I wish WB was here because he would actually say, "Yeah, that's a dead true story," and probably show you the stream where Robbie never did do it. Ha. Yeah, most definitely. Something like that could happen, bros. Who knows? I know him, Yui. I think he saw Matt Mo as well, yeah. Yeah, man. Well, who does he know? Oh, hold on, I've missed a load of comments. So sorry. Hold on, let me just jump back. Whoa. You made a good point. Hey, Paul. Youth, a little excited. Yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. I said exactly that. And your nice message about thanks for setting me up with you and Hazard for that whatever. Once a goner, always a goner. Needs to change. Always have your back, bro. I don't know. You reckon these guys AFTV? It could be from everywhere. I reckon it's more the girl, do you know what I mean? Possibly football terrorists. I've always mentioned them in not very nice ways, isn't it? Episode 6, mate. The world ain't ready. Try and get Arsenal more on. Yeah, most definitely. Mo and I speak regularly on the hashtag free power salvation. I'm happy to even discuss it. But as I say, he's not on it yet. Interesting. Well, that means you've obviously straight out asked him. So what's he said? Yes, no, maybe. I'm not going to hot up, obviously, all of my interactions, Brubs. How do you do know everything truthfully? Eh? Oh, mate. Fuck me. Don't get me onto stories. I don't even have time for my European exploits of Arsenal. Who's that as well? See, I'm so ignorant. Who's Loki? I am big into Free Palestine things too. That would be a 12-hour podcast, bruv. Love Akala too. Go on, you see it there? Huey, you're basically a clone of me. Look at Hazard. No, man, he's a clone of me, bros. We've got that apart from Turkish and White. Like, yeah, that don't mean nothing. We've got that mad, crazy mentality. Tony talks shit. Yep, fake transfer news. He's a chief, bro. Exactly, bro. Blood-sucking chief that then tried to say I was a racist. You know what I mean? Is he sick? Is he sick? Yeah, nothing like a little idiot, guys. You know what I mean? And then, man, inshallah, with God and Allah's help, and we all know one God, whatever. I shouldn't even say them things, but yeah, bro, they're the people I most hope do not, amount to anything with their fake this and their fake that. And I hope a channel like mine or Hazard's Pod will burst and blast all over these. But yeah, man, a Mo would be exceptional. Like another guy that keeps like, I'm not even gonna say it no more because everyone will start following them, calculated people out there. Another guy who's famous and has played for Arsenal always likes my things and my tweets on Twitter, especially if, or clearly if I mention him. But obviously, you've played for Arsenal Football Club. You know what I mean? You've had a good football career, and you played for Arsenal. What the fuck? You're loved on the terraces, and this guy will give tweets that I put out there love. And certain YouTubers hate me. It makes me bust up. You know what I mean? Sort your shit out, bro. Let's get on the week after. You done now. Exactly, bros. This is why Mo should come and chat to me. Again, I'm not gonna anything that I've received from anyone out there, whether it's Mo or anyone, I'm not gonna make it public or tell you my conversations with any individual. But yeah. Brilliant. I'm gonna come offline right now. Phone call or straight WhatsApp? Because I want to chat to you about a couple of things. I'll chat to you about these things after. It's again like with having respect for people, I wouldn't actually say if I've directly asked or not. So a lot of people, if they're viewing now, would say, "Oh, you've definitely asked him, whatever." Again, I'll leave it to the imagination. All I'm going to say is like, yeah, I've chatted to Mo. Come on, man, you've all seen pictures of me and Mo at the stadium on a day when me and Turkish almost ran into an argument. Do you know what I mean? And Turkish was with me that day, and Mo still had time. He took me. In fact, Hazard, the day I met Mo, did I get you on loudspeaker and call you? And as God is watching us right now, did Mo talk to you on my cellular device? Let's just call it what it is, a mobile phone. So yeah, all I'm saying is about saying Mo's coming on my stream, whatever, la la. I've spoken to Mo. I've asked him things kind of directly, la la la, and that's it. I'm not going to reveal anything else that he's actually said or not said to me. We'll do Danny first. We'll do Danny first. Hazard, bro, you gotta love that. Just like Fresh, bros. I'll be delighted to have you on, bros. We're gonna go. Imagine the fucking talking about people's wives, Susan Arbala, the ends. That's gonna take over an hour. Then we're gonna talk football. Then we're gonna talk Gilmaz. We're gonna talk Hakan Şüker. We're gonna talk Rutsu. And then we're going to talk about all the Turkish guys that actually played for Germany, the Emre Cans, the Mesut Ozils. Who's another one? No problem, G. I'm coming off right now. You called me protest day. That's it. You called me spoke on your phone. Yeah. He even replied to your emails, Danny. Exactly. So exactly. Again, like, I'm not bigging anything up. I'm just saying I can't confirm if Mo is or not going to come on my channel. But I've spoke to Mo a lot of times. I'm going to say he must be very busy, and Hazard gets the gist. Anyway, I'm not going to go into none of that. It has been over 2 hours long. Shouts out to you all this evening. Fresh, hopefully again. And anytime you need help with anything like that, Hazard. But I know you and Zed are well savvy. Hopefully Fresh is going to handle my intro, and remember, he's not a football person, so I've sent him pictures. He's going to do it pictures first, I think clips of me, and then he'll probably do another video. He's that guy that will give you another one after and after, and if I dig it more and more, and if I dig something out, he can give me daily, what is it called, thumbnails, thumbnails, whatever, daily titles, or a picture of me, or a proper logo for, in fact, I'm on the phone Fresh as well, but you first. A proper logo for my channel, a Danny AOC TV logo that, yeah, is going to be something that I run with. Fresh, I know, has got all of the capabilities to help me, but yeah, I'm going to have to cream his eye nicely. And I don't mean with none of that. I mean, like, yeah, pay a man. What a fucker. Yeah, you said the fact I was cussing, innit? You was at fam. Oh, yeah, man. We should have linked up. We should have been at the protest. And, yeah, we'll both met Mo together, man. But as I'm saying, yeah, at least Mo, like when me and Turkish almost directly walked into an argument, me and Mo chatted, and I remember this was at the height of that, and I hate mentioning it, that controversial thing. And Mo knew about it, bros. He knew about it. He knew why I was putting you on putting you on, like Mo. Anything you've heard about me, blood? Like, listen, that ain't true. You need to speak to the individual. He didn't go on away. He didn't go on like he was Turkish. He didn't go on like a superstar, innit? And I think Mo will ever. I'm not going to say that, because that then makes me go on to something Mo said to me, and I won't say that out of respect. Mo's liked a lot of my things on Twitter, and he's liked very particular things of mine on Twitter. But there was something that I put out there one day, and he replied to it directly. And on that note, I'm going to leave you all in suspense, because, yeah. It may be then, you know what I mean, further educate myself. Not, oh God, not on Mo as a human. Mo was a G. What I'm saying is, I'm a person, like, I'm really upfront and blah, blah, blah. I say it exactly as it is. I've bigged up the Free Palestine, the whole movement. I've put it in bars. I've said it because I mean it. I wouldn't mind Hazard or Hussein ever coming onto my stream and be like, listen, if this was England, if it was a Boris Johnson thing, like, yeah, people be eating food. If it's free, like, the way it is, certain things being allowed. And that's a never controversial on my name. Do you know how many times people have approached me and be like, and I wouldn't even want to tell I wouldn't even want to tell Hazard one of the names. Sorry to say Easy there. One of the names of who actually said, bro, I know you and Hazard are bare cool, but I mind a couple of things he said on your stream. And I was like, bro, no. Do you know what? Whether that got me 10 dislikes or 10 people that unsubscribed, not that I wouldn't let Hazard overstep the mark if it wasn't something that I didn't believe was actually correct. Yeah, and I'm not the most political guy. I'm not political at all. But if he was there just screaming something dumb or something that wasn't massively in aid of, or 3DT from jail, like, of course, Hazard or no one else ain't coming on my channel to air that. If it's something that I believe, I look at certain things, and I don't have just, obviously, an English TV that will give you English news. I'll have someone like Hazard or Hussein or Easy, and shouts out to all my brothers that read the Quran, innit? They'll send me clips of real shit, real footage, real things that happen in Palestine, real things, without mentioning who or races or religions or creeds, who are the people directly trying to trouble these people. And I look at that and I think to myself, wow, anyone that can't back or give that a mention or rock a t-shirt, What happened to free speech? What happened to our opinions? Or even, as they would say, of people that go jail, innocent until proven guilty. Well, DT was always on your fucking channel, innit? Yeah? As I said, he disappeared for 3 months. What did you say when he come up to you after Man City? Robbie? Oh, you've been a ghost. You've been a ghost. No, you've been in jail. If I knew this factually and I told you he got a 3-month stint for licking down the thing, yeah? Everyone knew. But you still had him on your channel. That's why these channels don't like me, Hazard. And I'll never make, as you would say, ha ha ha, Sky Sports or BBC. Or even like it, not that I'd ever want to represent that channel. Do you know what I mean? They mug man off for a free Palestine thing, do you know what I mean? For wearing a t-shirt. If he was educated enough to tap in and look why Mo was wearing that t-shirt, yeah, maybe he wouldn't be sacking him off that thing so fast and ending a 7-8 year relationship. And as Mo put out there, when man physically tried to attack you, was it away at Stoke or away at Everton, I had your back. Next man didn't. But there's my thanks, innit? Mo didn't ask for a lot. I'm sure he didn't ask for a £20,000 loan. I'm sure he didn't ask Robbie to donate the next month of AFTV's earnings, the little bastards. Do you know what I mean? And all their donations and sell this and sell that. And hi, this is a paid presentation by whatever shaving your dick off. I'm sure Mo didn't ask for all of that to go to a Free Palestine cause, even though it should do. Rightly so. But then you have another guy on your channel. But the minute it's absolutely concrete, never mind what crazy Danny AFC TV said, never mind all the rumors, never mind all court papers that are going around on Twitter, when it's now evidentially clear that he's been busting up his wife, now it's like, I have to step back from the guy and I can't have him on my channel. Nasty channel, nasty individual, innit? What's Turkish like? In person, honestly, bros, when I met him, obviously I knew I'd said a couple of things. Obviously, I'd mentioned him in a rap, innit? And again, honestly, it was a week before the protest. So again, inshallah, even God is watching me, bros. I just looked at him and I knew what I said. So I nodded in my head. I goes, Wagwan. As God is watching me. I couldn't believe it. He thinks he's a big ghetto. Don't talk to me though, bros. Danny, listen to me carefully, innit? Don't think you can put me in no rap a week ago, yeah? And then chat to me at the stadium. And he's got bare man round him. I was like, all right, bro, keep out your feelings, innit? What did I say about you? You know what you said about me. It wasn't even that thing. It wasn't even that bad. What was it? I can't remember it. Lee Akers might remember it. So yeah, he jumped into his feelings, but he was with that day. That's the day Hazard Khan, yeah, Kanu, Harry K, spoke to Mo on my phone. With all that controversy around me, putting his brethren that he's with at the stadium, we still took each other aside and spoke for 2 minutes, innit? Delightful. So yeah, bros, honestly, he thinks he's a bit of a roadman. He thinks he's a bit of a G. He ain't even qualified because when I barked back, he weren't really barking no more. He was trying to let the little audience around him. And one of the people that was next to him that did piss me off was a massive follower of mine on Twitter, and he doesn't obviously follow me no more. He was a DJ, la la la. But even he sort of jumped on that, rah, bros, how you putting fucking Turkish in a rap? I was like, because he's a dickhead. I only put him in the rap because, and I probably shouldn't have, it's none of my business, but I thought he should have backed Mo, innit? Whether he's Muslim, whatever it is, Free Palestine, whatever my opinion, or Hazard's, or Easy's, or Hanyumi's, or Lumberkamp's opinion could have been on it, it was like he was the front man on AFTV for a little while. I didn't like it. Yeah, bros, but you ain't put him in a rap. Do you know what I mean? What was it I said? It was the one, if it ain't about money, I beg you don't phone me. It wasn't nothing rude in it that I said, but it was straight to the point. Peace and love to you, bro. 2019, I gotta be off. DT was a prick, always. But he had the most influence with Robbie. Come on, man. What bothered me about Troops is the ignorance didn't bother me. The whole Obama blood clot, the whole whatever didn't bother me. What bothered me was the whole Obama blood clot, Yang, and like a blood clot that they couldn't do no wrong. Yeah, just man had his favourite. Like, I don't know, maybe he's lucky, la la la. I'm not saying he is not a real Arsenal fan. I'm just saying, if you unleashed a guy like Troops with 200 million, don't be surprised if you're getting bare funny players coming. Like, his overall football knowledge for me wasn't the most spot on. That's all I can say. Who the fuck is on my case? Oh shit! It's got Bleacher was okay, to be fair. He chatted loads. I've never bumped into that guy. My mate used to tell me all the time, Dan, Kalichi's cool, chat to him. But again, once you've been on AFTV, none of them would have liked to have spoken. This geezer's texting me the same fucking question mark. Nightly. Lee Akers, love you, G. Times feeling very raw, and Jeremy loves Arsenal. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hotting myself up here like I'm an OG out here. Before AFTV started, so I'm going back, Ty was a clock end season ticket holder. And I am talking about Highbury. I used to sit one row in front of him. He was on my right-hand side. Bro, forget the way he dresses now, because that's exactly how he dressed. Bro, even though I'm talking 20 years ago, whatever, he still had some kind of fucking Arsenal headphones, Arsenal hat. Anyway, let me just stick to the point. I'm going to be honest with you. Even back then, man wouldn't like me. I'd be like, John Lukic, you're a cunt goalkeeper. Back your players, brother. Back your players. Blood, we're getting beat at home to QPR one day. John Jensen scored his one and only goal for the club. Man went on when like Arsenal won the World Cup just because John won the World fucking Cup. Just because John Jensen scored that day. We lost at home. I was freezing. It was raining at home to the mighty QPR. Queen's Park fucking Rangers 3-1. Ty celebrated John Jensen's goal like it was a fucking World Cup win. All I'm saying is, bro, there is Arsenal fan and then there is Ty, with no disrespect. Like, you can't knock a person that loves the club to the bitter end, screams Arsenal till I die at Stoke in the 90th minute if we're 4-0 down. But I said things to him over the years. This is before AFTV. Like, do you really believe this person? Do you think Steve Morrow is a good player? Do you think Andy Linegan can challenge the whole Steve Bold, Tony Adams at centre back? Is David Hillier a good midfielder? Was Powell Lyderson worth the bung? Man would always just say, trust Arsenal, innit? Arsenal know better. Lee Judges, I have to say, yeah, I ain't really heard this geezer talk. I don't like AFTV, so I've never watched them in my life. So I've never really seen Lee Judges. All I can say is, again, because of the Robbie and the Arsenal influence and blah, 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 he probably is a person that wouldn't want to chat to me. I don't know, though. I've got no opinion. Hence why, listen, I'm very real in it. Have you ever heard me put Lee Judges in a rap? Have you ever heard me say Lee Judges is a cunt? No. We've never had no beef. We've never chatted to each other. Same as I've never put Mo in a fucking rap. You know what I mean? Turkish, what did I put him in a rap for? Oh, again, yeah, I say that. He didn't directly fuck with me, but yeah. Oh! Turkish did piss me off. I know what he done. Yeah. He fucking worked with a no one fucking YouTuber. One of the girl's friends. And the guy had like 25 subscribers. I messaged him weeks before, come work with me. He ignored me. So yeah, fuck Turkish as well. I was right to put him in the rap. Thank you so much. I believe that as well, bruvs. I love it as well. And so's your pod, bruvs. It's going through the roof. You're going to have a good starting base with experiences on my channel, the people that will support your channel and your pods. because of obviously the Danny AFC. Look at UE. I have to love the way he said, I've only listened to one with Danny. Lee Akers will be the exact same. WB will be the exact same. And Easy will be the exact same. They've probably only listened to the ones with me in it. But that's still love. And yeah, all I can do is encourage them to listen again. I'm going to sleep. Hazard, respect. And yeah, and I'm building your thing. I know you're a smart guy. But oh shit, I want to talk to you. Fuck, what's up? Are you going to sleep right now? I'm coming off right now, bros. What's going on? But I was about to mention him, but I didn't want to, just true of his passing. But now you've said it, this would have been a guy just before his passing. A guy said to me, "Bro, I think a guy like Claude would like you. He's outspoken, blah 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 blah." But again, I think he would have been under the Robbie spell. And he told me where he used to eat most mornings in Finsbury Park at a certain cafe. And he goes, "Dan, you'll find him here." And literally just before his death, I see him coming out of there one day. I thought, all right, cool. The information's correct. And I thought, cool, I might try and chat to him one day. And honestly, it never happened because of the obvious. But I'd already made up my mind, not on him. That's why I've never said anything wrong about Claude. But he also worked with Lee Gunner. And he thought Lee Gunner was some sort of messiah. Whether he called himself like the whatever and Lee Gunner the realist, and I don't know. So again, I just think when you're within a circle, you ain't gonna fuck with Danny AFC TV, innit? And that's why, yeah, it's almost like the way my channel's a family. I've got UE, I've got Hazard, Lee Akers, Hank Yumi, Leon Burkamp, Easy, Tiger King, Prawn, Blazer, Paul Robinson, Khan, Linda, Roxy, Melanie. It's all a Real One channel, and we do it all for the Real Ones. You know what I mean? And nothing has changed from the start. I didn't start whacking donation pages and this and that. I have been thinking, should I sell products? Should I put a page up to sell things, hats or key rings or blah, blah, blah? And why not? I've worked hard on my channel and blah, blah, blah. But even though when I think of these things, I think to myself, I don't want still to no one to get the wrong impression of me, like I'm trying to profit of my club or blah, blah, and etc. Because let's have it right. As Hazard says, not making Sky or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not really going to get many companies fucking sponsor me, am I? Because of the controversial or because of my bad man self. I can't believe a company like Raw or OCB, Rizzler or something won't really come and give me some love, though. That there I find disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? A good show, guys. Night all. Defo still off, bro. It's growth. Yeah, bro. It's like, what? What do you think? Like, who wants to really drink a Danny AFC TV cup or whatever? But yeah, I don't know. What could be something like, no one's going to, I'll rock a Danny AFC TV t-shirt and maybe someone will. What was Claude like? Rest in peace. Honestly, again, never met him, so I will never know, bros. A lot of people said he was a good guy. Again, I could never tell you. But what would be good to sell, man? I could sell 2 cockroaches running up a wall. Which one's going to win the race, left or right cockroach? But what would work? Don't say the obvious. I've got to get the Danny AFC TV food truck up and running. But on that note, I really did want to give Hazard a shout. Let me see if he's awake. And yeah, peace and love to all of you. It has been an ever-lit stream. We started with the debate thing again. But anyway, we're going to close on Wolves on Thursday evening. I'm going to make this 2.5 hours exactly. Wolves on Thursday evening, 7:45. Me and Akers are at the game. WB has a... Oh, what's going on? Richard Rowan. I thought he was UE because it was the same green. Which means what's going on live. Anyway, let me just ignore that. 1 minute left of the stream. So yeah. Wolves Thursday 7:45. WB has got a ticket. Lee Akers has got me a ticket. It's going to be lit. Call him live, bro. Who? Which one? Who? Call who live? The guy on the show. Who? Call Hazard live. Oh no, he said he was going to sleep. I'm not going to do that to him, but he would love it still. But yeah, I'm not going to do that to him. I think he wanted to talk to me about something probably something that he wasn't going to type on the stream as well. So, yeah, it's all about respect. On that note, Hazard, yeah, I realised, but whatever he wanted to talk to me about, let me just quickly text him and see if he's alive. He's gone to sleep. He's an early bird for work, man. shit, what the fuck is that?
How much do you need to...
Wake him up. No, I don't want to wake him up. It could be private. You know, I'll do that like the way I called Fresh. I'll do that anytime, but I'm more really like it is what time of night? No, it's 12:30, bro. He works early and he has got kids, wife, etc. Oh my god. On that note, I'm gonna get out 2 hours 30. Guys, it's been late. Shouts out to UE, Paul Robinson, Lee Akers, Easy, Hazard, Lumberkamp, Hanyumi, Linda. What? On that note, 2.5 hours in. Shouts out to you all, though. UE, everyone. Paul Robinson, Cam, Hazard, Easy, UE, Superstar, Linda, Roxy, Melanie, Lumberkamp. Yeah, you're all superstars. Everyone on my channel, man. Lee Akers, see you for the game Thursday, 7:45. Wolves. Wolves can come back in the top 4 race. We need to bury that out right now, the way West Ham are burying themselves and are not in the race no more. But on that note, good night, people. I gotta go. Wow. Huh. On that note, guys, sorry, I'm so sorry. Peace out. Good night. Gotta go. Couple calls. 2 hours 32 in. I love you all. You've all been G's. And yeah, I'm out the building. Man, UE, you gotta come on that stream, G. I love your honesty every time. Oh, I love it. Bro, I'll go on Danny's first. Bro, I only listen to the stream. I'll only listen to your podcast when Danny's on it. UE, you're a fucking hero. Good night, everyone. Peace out. Catch me live tomorrow. The preview for Wolves. And on Thursday, I'm at the game. I'm going to try to go live from the stadium. I need to nick someone's fucking Wi-Fi because free don't work there. On that note, Paul Robinson, Cam, all the real ones, UE, Hazard. Guys, I love you all. Peace out. Good night. See you tomorrow at 10 p.m. live, innit? Let's do this again, y'all. Get the link going around, man. Don't be shy. Subscribe, like, tell your friends, tell your auntie, tell Susan Abla. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Tell Bekdash. Get the link going around. Danny AFC TV is a real one. Peace out. Good night, people. Love you all, innit? Respect.